Let's go.
All right, yo. What's going on, guys? It's the MMA Fight Realm and Pick'em MMA. Shout out to Pick'em. We're about to break down UFC 301, give you guys our betting breakdown and our predictions, our final predictions for the card. And
Final,
yeah,
yeah,
man,
final
shout
picks and
out to
bets that
Pick'em
we got.
MMA. Shout out to Pick'em, man, always being that dude for, having me on and giving the smaller channels here
Let's go, bro.
chance to
My
shine
channel's
with
pretty small too. I mean,
one
I
of the
just started my
goats.
channel a couple months back, so we're
Nah, man,
all
you're already
learning.
a legend though, bro. You're already a
I
legend.
appreciate that. I appreciate that,
You
bro.
got these
Let's
streams. You,
go.
you do the fight companions all the time, and they're always
Yeah, the fight
fun.
companions are
Your
fun. Hopefully,
breakdowns
you can do one of
all the
them too
time.
soon, right? The fight
Real
companions.
soon,
You
yeah, we're
probably.
working on that. Just gotta change the studio up a little bit, but we're working on that for sure, man.
Let's go. We gotta do Dober in the house. Do Dober. What's going on? Do Dober. So like my friend, bro. I'm Indian, so like you gotta give me a break. I'm Indians are always known for being late. He said, useless. So with a W. So what's going on, useless? He said, the Dober said, bro, been busy going in WWE backlash. Bro, I haven't watched WWE in like so long. Have you? Do you watch WWE at all? Like, you ever watch SmackDown, Raw?
WWE, not since I was a kid, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, like I used to watch WWE back in like what 2008, 2009. Like that's the last time that I watched WWE. And it was fun. I actually enjoyed watching WWE growing up. It was actually fun.
Nah, for
We
sure.
got Nate Brown in that. Let's go, Nate Brown. Nate
Yo,
said,
what's up,
let's freaking
Nate?
go. Let's go. All right, let's pull up the
Shout out
card,
to
man.
Nate,
We
bro.
got like a couple more far. Yeah, we got a couple of hours to go. Yeah, shout out to Nate, bro. Always supporting the channel. Big W's for Nate Brown. Let's go, man. Let's freaking go. There's some fun fights. I mean, I like a couple of spots on this card. Overall,
Oh yeah.
like I'm not like there's a couple of fighters that should win. I mean, more so Brazilians, I think that should win. I mean, Gamiz missed weight by like I mean he didn't miss weight. He came in underweight, which is crazy. Like you don't normally see that happening. And like he
No.
looked terrible on the scales, bro. I'm honestly like I'm not happy to cancel the fight, like because I wanted to see Gene Silva. He's always fun to watch. You know his walkout was gonna be crazy. Gene Silva's walkout was gonna be insane. Yo, Gene Silva is like a menace, dude. Dude's an absolute menace. All right, let's
Dude,
go.
I'm mad they've canceled that. I think they only did that because of what happened with him and the he threw up. He like threw up
Yeah,
before getting
I
on the
heard
scale
rumors. I wasn't
supposedly.
watching the weigh-ins, but I heard he was throwing up backstage before weighing in.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy.
he almost fainted on the scales too, which is crazy. Like, and he's a pretty big dude for the weight class. He's like what 6 feet tall, almost like five
That
11 or
too.
like
Yeah, that too.
he's tall.
But I mean, I did think John Silva was gonna get it done. I know you had Gomis in there.
I picked Gummies. I wasn't really confident on it. I didn't put any money on it because I was thinking about
Ah,
decision. I mean, maybe split decision, like because that's the way Gummies fights, right? He fights like a split. But yeah, let's go. Let's get
yeah.
into it, man. This card's like, what do you think about the pay per view? I still haven't bought the pay per view yet. I'm probably gonna eventually get it, but if I can
Um,
find like, I don't know if it's worth spending $80 for like $90 for the pay per view, but either way, it's gonna be fun card. Either way, like the 300 card, bro, going for 300, like I think it's gonna be better than 297 though. That 297 card, bro,
oh,
like
for sure.
that Cole main one was just terrible. Pennington,
Yeah.
like that's gonna be
I
terrible.
think
Hopefully, like yeah, go ahead.
I think this card is only missing Alex Pereira. You know what I
Alex
mean?
Pereira, yeah,
If we had Alex Pereira on this card, nobody would be
yeah, no one would be
complaining too
complaining.
much.
I'm
I
not
think
even
it's just
complaining.
missing a
It's just
really good main
the
event.
flyweight. I mean, the flyweight main events, like, I mean, I don't mind flyweights, but I don't mind them as the main event in like fight night cards. But pay per view, like spending $80 to watch flyweights. I mean, I like flyweights, but
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
like a big fan.
Nah.
I like watching 155ers, 145, even bantamweights. Like bantamweights are really like they got some fun fights in bantamweight right now. Yeah, let's start with the
Yeah.
early prelims, man. First fight on the card, we got Alessandro Costa taking on Kevin Borjas. Um,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
I'll start with this one. So Alessandro
Flyweights.
Costa, the Brazilian here, dude's what 1-2 in the UFC right now, but he's lost to some decent guys. Took that short notice fight with the Albazi, Amir Albazi. Albazi's not really known for knocking people out, so like it was crazy. Like he had a good first round in Albazi fight. Eventually got knocked
Yeah.
out with the nasty uppercut in the second round. Wasn't looking terrible in that first round though. And that was short notice for him. In the second round, he went out there, absolutely brutalized Jimmy Flick's legs. I mean, Jimmy Flick has no striking like to speak of. Jimmy Flick just his striking has never really been there. Like he can strike, but he's like wait, the striking is just not really there. He can't really get respect from guys on the feet, right? Like Jimmy Flick, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. Like he went
Yeah.
out there, got a win. So win over Jimmy Flick, honestly, not bad. But this is gonna be a whole different match with Kevin Borjas. Now I haven't been that high on Kevin Borjas. I faded him on Contender Series, and he got taken down like 6 times in Contender Series. Still got
Right.
it done. I mean, every time he's working his way back up to speed and like threw over like 100 signature strikes. I think he threw a lot of signature strikes out there, almost like 70 or at least over 70 if I remember. But yeah, so like 6 times getting taken down by 6 times, then he got taken down twice by Joshua Van. Joshua Van, to be fair, was like giving him a lot of different looks with the body shots, with the leg kicks and stuff. Like, so he won the first round, dropped Joshua Van. I'm gonna pick Borjas. I've been leaning towards Borjas, but I just can't get there with my money. Like, I'm not gonna put money on him because he might slow down. He might win the first round. I could see him winning the first round. Maybe plus 13.5 is probably a good look here. Because I like betting plus 13.5 sometimes, but I'm not sure if he gets taken down, he might get subbed. Because these guys that are Peru, look at the guy James Luntop, right? When they get taken down,
Yeah.
when they give up their back, like they're basically just have no jiu-jitsu
Luis
defense.
Pajuelo.
Yeah, Perlo too. Like he got rocked though. He got rocked in the feed, but yeah, I picked him.
Yeah.
He's my lock of the week, which is crazy. Yeah, that's the game though. He was a big like he wasn't even a big underdog, but yeah, I did bet Luis Perlo though, but that was probably that was really terrible. It looked pretty bad. Padilla looked great out there, but anyways, man. So you want to? I'm gonna go with Boras by decision. I mean, it could be close, but I could see Costa's gonna be live for a
Wow.
submission. Yeah, I've been picking
Did you
Borjas.
take?
Then I pick flip to Costa. Then I'm like going back to Borjas. I don't know. Like
Oh, I
this
was
is
gonna ask. Yeah, I was wondering if you stuck with Borjas since the beginning, because
like I
that's
picked Borjas at beginning. Like after watching tape, I picked Borjas
nice,
because
nice.
that Joshua Van fight, bro. Like even though he got taken on twice, I don't think Costa has a striking like Joshua Van. I think Joshua Van's got cleaner hands, better chin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Joshua
Okay.
Van. I'm gonna pick not Joshua Van. I'm gonna pick Kevin Borjas by decision. He might be live for a KO, but I don't think it's gonna be tough. I don't think it's gonna be easy to get a KO for him here. He might win 2 out of 3 rounds, or if he gets taken on, we don't really know what kind of jiu-jitsu defense he has. Because Joshua Man's not really a jiu-jitsu guy, right? And the guy in Contender Series was a jiu-jitsu guy, Diaz, but he just had
Yeah.
like no cardio past the first like round and a half. Like, what do you think about this fight?
Yeah. So um early, early on I was on Costa. Just to add to what you were saying though about, obviously we got to cut him slack about the opponents. Amir Albazi he was ranked 8th at the time when he fought him. He was like ranked number 8. And then he fought Steve Urseg, who's now fighting for the title. But I feel like one thing that we can highlight out of all three of those fights, Alessandro Costa, Jimmy Flick, and Steve Urseg, is all three of those guys have ground game. So
Yeah,
that's the one thing, Alessandro Costa, we know he trains with Diego Lopez. He's got
yeah,
a black belt.
he does. He does train with
Um, like
WMMA.
he's got a black belt, and I just feel like he hasn't really gotten to use it for the simple fact that he's been fighting guys who are really good on the ground and can expose him on the ground as well, or can at least deal with him on the ground. Because I know Alessandro Costa did get a takedown on Urseg, but
Yeah, he
Urseg
had
was
some
able
good
to find
moments
his
in
way
that
back
fight.
up.
He had some good moments in
So
that.
yeah, man, I just think, credit to those guys he's been fighting, credit to their ground game, but I'm at the moment I don't think Borjas has the ground game to match with Costa, and I think he can get it done by submission. Um that's the way I'm leaning here in this fight. Just to like add on to what you were saying after everything, you pretty much covered all bases, but I'm leaning Costa. I think he can get it done on the ground. You are absolutely right though. On the feet, I'm gonna be a little
Or
nervous
just a cleaner
because
boxer, right?
he
His
has
hands are actually
he
faster.
has more volume too. He's a lot
Yeah,
more, he has more output, and that can convince the judges, you know, to give him a 10-9 over Alessandro Costa, who is low output, and they both throw 100% into their strikes. So it could come down to who gets hit first, or it could come down to Costa getting Borjas to the ground, and we're gonna have to see if Borjas' ground game is true. So I don't mind the Borjas pick,
what's
but
the
I gotta
submission
go Costa here by
for
submission.
Costa? You're gonna go Costa by submission, eh? Submission. What's the submission?
Yeah,
Plus
I
500. It was
believe.
actually plus 550. So it's been
Yeah,
some people have been smashing the submission. I mean, it could happen. I could see the submission live. I'm just gonna pass on this fight. I don't really have the best rate here. I think it goes over 1.5. I like the over 1.5 in a parlay. I haven't bet it the over 2.5, over 1.5. I mean, minus 225 over 1.5. I think it's gonna go at least over 1.5 because I don't see him. I don't see Costa just taking him down in the first round, just subbing him like right away. Because Borjas is pretty physically strong in the early rounds when he's still got the cardio. He'll start fading
yeah,
later. Like if you start taking him down over and over, I could see like a late second on submission, third down submission. But I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with the underdog
and
because I've liked that performance of Joshua Van. I think Joshua Van's got like way better striking than Costa and throws way more output.
for sure.
And Joshua Van broke the I think he broke the significant striking record to the with the body shots in that fight. Threw like 53 body shots in that fight, I think, and that's gonna slow you down, right? And he still hung in there.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, he
agree.
didn't get finished. Some people probably would have got finished by those body shots because those are some nice body shots from Joshua Van. But yeah, let's see what
Yeah,
happens. I mean, it's gonna be. I was sweating that fight, bro, because it was close. It was like 1-1 heading into third round. I had
yeah, but you
what's his name?
when
So I
Van
bet
caught
some
him
words
down, you
say
know,
yeah,
he didn't really
Van
use
got dropped early, so that was
Van also took him down, but he didn't use anything technical to take him down. He kind of just slammed him, you know,
yeah. Van
like
doesn't really have crazy
like if it
jiu-jitsu
was
though. He'll like
WWE
he'll
almost.
mix in a takedown just to seal the round, but he doesn't really like he got caught
Yeah,
with the left hook. So like Borja's left hook is nasty. Like that left hook that he found on Van a couple of times, even in the third round, he
right.
found the left hook. So he can definitely find the mark, and we're gonna see if like I don't think Costa has durability issues. Like people have been saying that Borja's by KO. I mean, maybe he can catch him early, but I don't think he's gonna catch him like knock him out cold. I don't think
Hmm.
his striking is as clean as Abazi. Abazi is a top ranked guy, like in the top five right now. I think it could be like a close fight. I mean, they're fighting in Brazil, so maybe they give it to Costa. I could see that happening. But I'm gonna yeah,
Yeah,
we're split on this one. I'm gonna go with Borjas. Borjas is underdog right now. I think he's not like a big underdog either. He's like plus 115 right now. Yeah, I don't have any play on this fight. I was thinking maybe like a
yeah.
finish only for Costa, but we've seen Costa get finished before too, so I can't even be like confident that
Exactly. I think
only.
that's why they're saying. I think that's why people are leaning Borjas by knockout because they saw Albazi do it, and you know Albazi hasn't really been known for knockouts in the UFC, but he was able to catch out Costa. So
I mean,
I
people
don't, you
have
know,
been betting
it's
that a
possible.
finish only for Borjas. It was plus 160 when it opened up, so it's minus 115 now. So people have been smashing that finish only for Kevin Borjas because I guess people don't think that Costa's gonna be finishing him. I guess. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy line movement there. I would not touch that at minus 115 anymore. If it was plus money, like plus 160, like even plus 100, probably not bad. But yeah, I mean, we don't know what kind of jiu-jitsu he's got off his back. Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna go with you're gonna go with Costa by submission. It's plus 500. If you
Costa
guys
by
like that
submission.
prop,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go with Borjas by decision. What's the decision prop for Borjas? I think it goes the distance. To be honest, I could see like Costa taking him down, holding him down, and winning rounds like that. And I could see Borjas getting up to his feet and throwing more output on the feet. Um, and they're fighting
Yeah.
in Brazil, so you never know which way it's gonna go. Over 1.5, I like the over 1.5 in a parlay maybe, but I know people are betting the over 1.5 in a parlay. I think that's solid. They're flyweights, right? So they're not really known for finishing a lot of fights out there flyweight. Even there's a
No.
finish maybe later, maybe late second, third round finish. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen though. What's the distance prop
Yeah.
for Borjas?
That's
Plus
why the
375.
submission prop for Costa is so much.
Yeah, he hasn't really been submitting people either, right? He hasn't really used the jiu-jitsu yet.
Well, not in the UFC. No. Yeah.
Yo, what's good? We got Dean C in the house. Let's go, Dean C. We got Road Squatch in the Squatch, right? Yo, Road Squatch. He said Borjas. You like Borjas? Yeah, I know there's a lot of people. I know that guy from We Want Picks, Jacob from We Want Picks. He picked
Yeah.
Borjas
That's his
as a
lock of the
lock.
week.
He's been on a heater too. Like he's been on a heater for these underdog locks.
Yeah. Credit
So
to
like
him, man. Credit to
he
him.
might have he might. I think he's way more confident than I am. I'm not crazy confident here. I've been like pick
Yeah. He
flipping back and forth in this one.
he thinks Borjas could do the same thing Onama did, but I mean that's tough to judge. I've seen
Nama,
Onama's
like
ground game
Nama's
before, you
actually I
know.
trust Nama. I actually bet on Nama, so I
Yeah,
trust Nama more than I trust Borjas.
way
And
more.
Nama has nice scrambles, right? Like he got his back
Yeah,
taken how many
we
times? Like
actually
every
have
round.
seen it, you know.
Yeah, Nama's got his
We
back taken every round and he still was able to scramble out. I mean, Jonathan Pierce's control is not as good as people think. I feel like. Yeah, I've cast betting against GSP in the last two fights now. Probably should have went heavy on Nama, but I mean I had finish only on Nama, and then I had the plus 3.5. The plus 3.5 was solid. It was only like minus 122, almost even money there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with
that
Borjas. You're gonna go with Costa. Let's go to the next one. Next fight on the card is gonna be Ismail Bonfim versus Vince Pichel. No, I was gonna stay away from Bonfim, and I'm still like I only put him in a long shot parlay. I don't trust him enough to like. I mean, I think he's gonna win. I think he's like a close to being a lock because Vince Pichel he's only been fighting like once every 2 years. He hasn't fought in 2 years. These guys were supposed to fight in that on that fight night card, right? A couple months back, like I think it was like a couple months back, and Bonfim missed weight for that matchup there. So they're running it back here. UFC really wants Bonfim to get a highlight reel over a guy like Vince Pichel. They're probably tired of Vince Pichel not fighting enough, right? They're probably like, what the hell is this guy doing? Fights every 2 years. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Bonfim. Like, is he gonna finish him? I mean, Pichel's only been knocked out like one time, right? I'm gonna say decision for
Yeah.
Bonfim. He could finish him, but yeah, I put his money line in like a long shot parlay at like plus 500, plus 600. Only put like a quarter
All
unit
right.
on it. I didn't put more money on it because I don't trust Bonfim. I've lost money betting on Bonfim brothers, so I still got PTSD from these Bonfim brothers. But I think Bonfim's gonna be
Yeah.
way faster, way better striker, and I don't think Pichel is gonna be able to outstrike him. Pichel doesn't really have the control and wrestling like Benoit Santoni, so I don't see him taking him down, taking his back. Bonfim has been sub like what 4 times, all 4 losses by submission. White kind of was up to catch him in the submission. Benoit Santoni caught him in submission. I was shocked that he got caught in the submission with like 10 seconds to go. He just didn't defend that submission, bro. That's like, I was shocked. I was like, there's no way he's gonna get subbed in the last 10 seconds. Then he gets
Bonfim, man.
half side. Like Benoit Santoni, like it was locked. That submission was locked in, but come on, like you can survive like at least like what
Yeah.
5 6 seconds. There's only like 10 seconds to go, and yeah, that was frustrating there. Yeah, that's his only loss for recently. And the McKinney fight, he absolutely like put McKinney out cold. But McKinney's durability is very questionable. I think Pichel probably has better. I think he's got better durability than McKinney. To be honest with you guys, McKinney's been knocked out so many times past the first round. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
Mm.
Bond theme. I was thinking about picking Winch Pichel. I was really thinking about it, but then I ran some tape. I'm like, nah, bro, Pichel's not winning this fight. How does Winch
Yeah.
Pichel win this fight? He's gonna need to like not eat those
Dude,
big power punches from Bond theme. All right, I'm gonna
he's
pick
gonna have to.
Bonfim by decision. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the only way I see Pichel winning this fight is if he's got to be able to take a punch, and he's gonna have to out volume Ismail Bonfim, because we know Ismail Bonfim is all power. That's one thing. He throws all power into his shots, and that's why he gets fatigued so fast. So, hopefully it's one thing that he learned from, and coming into this fight, he's going to be a little bit more poised and a little more patient in his shots, because he really is a savage out there. He can knock out I think a good amount of lightweights, man, and he's not bad. Um, I do like his
he's got
chances in
decent
this fight to
cardio. He
get a
doesn't have
finish.
bad cardio. You think he's gonna get a KO?
Yeah,
Maybe third round KO?
I like his chances to get a finish for the simple fact that, you know, we saw Ronnie Yaya, very durable guy, and he got knocked out. He got knocked out by Victor Henry, dude. And I think it's just once you pass that 40-year threshold, it's over, dude.
Yeah,
Like, you
these lighter
gotta,
weight classes. Yeah,
you know what
like
I'm
you
saying?
can take it down
And
as
you
well.
haven't fought in
He
2 years.
hasn't fought in 2 years. Yeah, so maybe the KO is live here.
So
I mean, the fight doesn't go
I
distance.
gotta
Only like
go.
135. What do you think? The fight doesn't go the distance. You could get a
Fight
submission
doesn't go
too
to
here.
distance is probably a safer play, because he might get a club and sub or
Yeah, I could see submission.
something
I think
like that.
submission is more likely than just fucking finishing Pichel with the KO. I mean, you could knock him out, like, but Pichel, tough dude, man. He's a tough dude. Hasn't really
Joe
fought
is
any like
tough, dude. He is
dangerous
tough.
strikers though. He hasn't really been fighting
He is
dangerous
tough.
strikers, right? He fought Austin
Well,
Hubbard,
yeah,
like
Marco Madsen and
Marco
these
Madsen
other
just
guys,
grappled.
they're not
He was
able to
just
test
grappling
him, you
him
know?
for like
Right.
3 rounds. And he's
Jim
only been
Miller,
fighting like Jim Miller. Yeah, Jim Miller's
you
got some
know,
power, but he's not crazy young either.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
gonna
That's
go
why.
Bond. Maybe like KO or decision. I don't. Maybe submission is live. I'm just like maybe just put him in a parlay. I think he's gonna win, but I think he should
For
definitely win.
sure,
And
yeah.
they're setting him up to win this fight. This like I put like I made the tier list for which fighters I'm confident in, and I put Bonfim in the A tier list. I think so. He definitely should win this
Yeah,
fight. If he loses this fight, he's done. He's over. It's
I
over
saw
for
that
the Bond.
video. That was good content, by the way.
Appreciate that, bro. So yeah, like I think he's gonna win. I didn't put him as a lock, but I think he's close to being a lock. But the line is kind of scares me. Minus 500, minus 550. I think he's
Yeah,
not a
that's
bad
what it is.
probability. So
These lions are
just
wild, man.
what if he goes out there trying to finish this guy early, then he just gets tired, like just gives up his back and like gets subbed early. Like shit like that can happen from time to time. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen here. I don't should not happen. Come on, Bonfim. Bonfim should get this done, probably by KO or
Yeah,
like decision. I've been leading decision
yeah,
because Pitchell is really tough, but at 41 years old, like, is he gonna be able to take damage? And Bonfim throws those flying knees, right? He'll throw like nice kicks to the body, flying knees and stuff. So he's probably not gonna respect Pichel's power, right? Like Pichel doesn't really have a lot of power on the feet, and he's probably not gonna respect his power. Like Pichel's like a point fighter out there. He's not really gonna be hurting him on the
Exactly.
feet. McKinney's like way more dangerous than Pichel, and
Yeah, and
McKinney
then
had some good
Pichel,
moments in the
you
first
know,
round. Yeah,
Bonfim's weakness is the submissions. Pichel has no submission wins. You know,
yeah,
even though
he's
he's
been
a good
sub before.
grappler, but
Pichel's been sub
you know,
before too.
yeah,
And I guess the show lost to Marco Madsen. Yeah, I bet against
yeah,
Marco
exactly.
Madsen big time. I bet Jared Gordon against Marco Madsen. Like, and that was
Yo,
easy
shout out
money
to
there. Like,
Anakin. Shout
let's
out
go
to
Anakin 5 out
Grimy
there. We got
in the
Grimy in the
chat.
chat.
Mishap in the chat. I know Grimy. Not yet. Not yet. That's my response to that.
He said, "If I run my Dodge, you're higher than I am today." Are you, do you smoke, like do you smoke? Do you smoke before you watch the fights, or like do you watch them sober, or do you drink at all? Like,
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm kind. It's kind of like a daily thing for me. So is whether there's fights or not, is happening. You know.
like it's actually fun watching fights when you smoke some weed, but I can't remember anything later. Like I don't remember shit after. Like I want to like when I'm doing fight companions, like I don't want to be like high out of my mind or like drunk out of my mind doing fight companions. But yeah, I mean,
No, I
I'll
feel
probably get
you.
some beers eventually. Probably like for like a Friday night card, just a couple beers for fun. Not today. I'm not gonna be drinking today because I'll get tired. Like alcohol makes me really tired. If I start drinking, like
Damn.
I don't know, it makes you really
Yeah,
tired.
it's
Like
tough on stream by yourself. It's tough. It's tough. You need like a friend or some that would probably be easier, but then it gets in the way
yeah,
of the
what's Bond? Yeah,
content.
minus 550 for Bond Theme right now. I think is a should be a good parlay piece, but he should win. I mean, he should definitely win. They're setting him up to win in Brazil. There's no way like he's gonna lose in Brazil out there. And I don't see him getting taken on by Pacho here. Pacho might give him a tough time early, like with durability. His durability might hold up early. Fight doesn't go distances of what minus 135. Honestly, that's not bad. It could go the distance too. So like I'm not really confident there, but I like the Bonfim money line as a parlay because he could go out there win up like knock him down a
Yeah, he
couple of
can win
times.
anyway.
He can win by
Yeah,
decision. I mean, he's won decision before. Like he's won so many decisions. He won by decision in contender series like 30-27. So he can definitely win decisions too. When he finished McKinney, right? Like finishing McKinney doesn't really tell me a lot. Like McKinney he's basically free money past the first round. McKinney, he's gonna be fighting next week, right? He's gonna be
yeah.
back next week, bro.
I know you got Reba.
I was really thinking about picking him to be honest next week. It just
He's not a bad pick.
you
He's
just
not a
you got to
bad pick.
play
I'm
first round
watching tape
KO.
for that
McKinney
fight.
first round, yeah. McKinney first round KO is like a must play at this point over
Oh
anyone.
yeah, I agree with you. I was watching your breakdown and I saw you mention that for sure. I think that's always a good play for McKinney, especially with how green Rebovix is
Yeah,
still. We
Ribowitz
don't really
hasn't really
know.
been. We don't really know much about Ribowitz. He's got his
Yeah,
back taken by Kamalo Kirk last week too. I mean, his last fight. Remember, Kamalo Kirk took his back,
exactly.
controlled him for like the whole round. So he might get his back taken, and McKinney can definitely like catch him in submission. But let's get back to this fight. So yeah,
Yeah,
Bond
yeah.
team. Maybe like you're picking KO. I'm leaning towards decision, but I might switch it to KO too. Yeah, I'll switch it to KO. I want to see a KO here. We'll go with Bond team by KO. Hopefully gets a big
Let's
highlight
get it.
reel in Brazil. Like the fans are gonna be crazy hype for this one. If he wins by
Yeah.
decision, people are gonna. Brazilian fans are not kind. They'll start
No,
like fucking going crazy. They don't like when you're trying to make it boring out there.
dude.
Yeah,
If Borjas and Pichel win back to back, that is gonna be
they're
crazy.
gonna have a ride over there. It's gonna be
That is
absolutely
gonna be
unreal.
crazy.
All right, guys. Before we move on, make sure you guys go drop my boy Crystal sub, man. Let's get him to 200 subs. You're getting close to 200 now, right? Or you passed
Dude,
100 already, bro. Let's
shout
go.
out to the new subs, man. I appreciate you
Make sure you
guys,
guys go
man.
drop him a sub, man. I'll drop his link in the. It's pinned in it's in the description right there. So make sure you guys go drop him a sub, guys. Let's freaking go. All right, now. So I think fight doesn't go distance is solid because he could get a club and sub too. Like he could go out there get a knockout. It's gonna cover either side. You might get his back taken, get subbed. But I got Bond Freeman like a long shot parlay with other fighters. We'll talk about those fighters later. So
All
we're
right.
both going with Bond Freeman by KO. What round do you think? You think second round, first round, third round?
Well, Pichel's durable, so I think we'll go. I'm picking second round
Yeah,
or third
second,
round,
third round. I
but
think
I'm
second.
leaning more in the second round.
If he
Yeah,
doesn't finish on second round, I feel like Pichel's gonna survive later. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Next fight on the card is gonna be Diony Barboza taking on Ernesta Kirchcaddy. I'm probably butchering that name, Kirchcaddy. Someone called her Kirch Cake, right? Kirch Cake. Who was that? That called her
Carrot cake.
Kirch Cake.
Yeah.
Kurt Cake, yeah, Kurt Cake. Wasn't that Angelo? I think it was Angelo, right? For when we won picks, he called her Kurt Cake.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hilarious, bro.
Nah, he just reminded me that it was Angelo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was him. I like Angelo. I like Angelo. Those guys are pretty solid. Yeah. So like, Diona Barboza, this is a grappler versus striker matchup, pretty much. But one thing, like the only reason I'm leaning to Diona Barboza is because he's fought better competition. And that's like she fought that girl in contender series, Curly Judas, I think. And I picked Curly Judas in that spot. I think I can't remember who I picked, but yeah, I didn't bet that fight at all because I was not sure who was gonna win, like with confidence. But like they were just throwing back and forth. That was a dog fight. And Nessa threw like she's never thrown more than like 50 significant strikes in her other fights other than contender series, and she threw like 200 significant strikes almost. Like it's crazy, absolutely unreal. And she's long, right? She's like 5'9". She has a crazy reach advantage here, so she needs to keep this fight standing. If she can't keep it standing, I think she's gonna get submitted here. So I'm going with Dion
Yeah.
submission, and that's the long shot prop of the week submission for Dion Barboza. I think she's got way better grappling, way better control, way better jiu-jitsu. She might go out there get an arm triangle or like arm bar or something, but if she can't get this girl down, she's gonna be a lot of trouble. Even though Ernesta isn't like a power puncher, she doesn't have a lot of power. She's got last 3 wins by split decision, so she's barely edging these fights out. I mean, and she hasn't really fought the best competition out there. But she's
Yep.
gonna be the best striker, landing way more volume than Diona Barboza. So it could go either way. But I sprinkled Diona Barboza. Did I sprinkle it? I think yeah, and I sprinkled Lucindo by submission, not her, because her submission prop is like -200. Inside the distance is like
Oh,
plus 200, not -1 200. Plus 200 for Diona Barboza inside the distance and submission. You might as well take ITD. Just you can go out there get a maybe TKO grounded pound. I'm leaning towards Barboza. I think she can find a finish if she gets that grappling going here. What do you think about this
plus
one?
130. Yeah,
No, plus
inside the
200,
distance
I
plus
think.
one.
Is it plus
Oh,
130
plus
now? It's plus
200.
200 earlier in Bet Online.
On DraftKings, it's plus 130 for me. Crazy.
Let's see. So who you picking in this one?
But yeah, I agree with you. We are on the same pick here. I got it's striker versus grappler. That was how I broke it down. But honestly, what do you think of this five and like she's got 6 fights, Ernesta, and then Dion Barbosa only like a handful of fights as well. These two, I think they were signed very early in their careers, man.
I mean,
Like
they shouldn't have signed Courage Caddy, but they signed her because that fight was really fun to watch. Dana White signed both of those girls, I think. No, she signed her. She didn't sign the other girl though. But they were more high on Carly Judas. They really wanted her to win. But she came through as
yeah,
an underdog. So Dana White, if you win as an underdog on contender series and it's a fun fight, they'll sign you, even if it's not a finish out there. Dana White, like he
right.
loves when underdogs going out there getting it done, right? So that's the
Yeah.
reason to
I
sign
just
her.
think
I think I was live during that fight too. That card contender series.
yeah, I just think two fighters, we obviously know their strengths and they could have I mean, they're obviously working on it as we speak. They're gonna have to learn it in the UFC. Dion Barbosa's got to get better at footwork and striking, but she tries. And that's the one thing that I noticed in her fights. She definitely tries her chances on the feet before she goes to her grappling. So she's not shading away from the striking. That's another thing that I like about Dion Barbosa. Um, I think she is going to try her chances in the striking when the fight starts, but she's going to later realize get this fight to the ground. It's the path to victory and easiest path to victory or not. I know Ernesta mentioned to media that she's been working on her ground game, but
Yeah,
you
it's not
can't,
there yet.
you're just not going to catch
Still
up
grappled
to,
Queen Silva, right? Like, if you're grappling Queen Silva, who's ranked
yeah,
really strong, like has a really good grappler. We've seen Queen Silva went out there, out grappled what's her name? Lipsky easy. I mean, see
like
how
nothing.
grappled her easy. Got takedowns every round. And I
Everyone
wasn't
she's fought.
expecting her to go out there win by decision either. Like she went out there
Yeah.
won by decision. That was my only money line play last week too. Queen Silva should have went heavy on her. We got her like plus 110 there. Like I wasn't expecting decision like because I had a long shot
Dude,
parlay with Queen Silva to win in round one, round two. Then I had Denise to win in
Kyle
round one, round
Machado
two.
messed up my parlay, man.
Kyle
Kyle
Machado, yeah, you
Machado,
can't trust that dude. I stayed away from betting that fight
I
because
had like a plus 600
John
odds
Cormier's fight.
on Euros Medic, Karini Silva, and Kyle Machado. I had like plus 600 odds on that. And
Damn, that's
Kyle
good. Good
Machado
long
loses
shot.
it by
That Kyle
decision,
Machado is
man.
just really sloppy, right? Even Mays just got the takedowns. I
Tough.
mean, I watched the fight back the next day because I missed it live. And it was just a sloppy fucking fight. Like it was a really sloppy fight. Like he just couldn't defend the takedowns. I mean, just
Super sloppy fight. You
and
shouldn't be in
Mays
close
was
fights
big.
with
Mays came
Dontel
in
Mays.
way bigger, right? He was like 265 or something. Like he was way bigger than him,
Yeah,
way
you shouldn't
heavier.
be in close fights with Dontel Mays at this point. So I'm not. I think it was a bad bet, in my
That's why
opinion.
I'm fading. That's why I'm
But it
fading
is what it is.
Rodrigo Nascimento next week because that fight. I picked Rodrigo Nascimento as a lock. That was my backup lock because of that other fight, the Vieira and Armin Prosin fight was canceled. So I picked what's his name, Rodrigo Nascimento to beat. It was on the Brazil card too, I think. That was in the Brazil
Mm.
card. Nascimento to beat Don Tomes, and that was a really close fight. If you're having close fights with Don Tomes, like even though he's out there winning some fights, I think Derek Lewis is gonna knock him out next week. I can't wait for that fight. That's actually a
Oh
solid
yeah,
card, bro. St. Louis, like UFC St. Louis, like
Derek
solid
Lewis.
card. We have
Yeah,
Matur
we're on the
Sabesky
same page on the main event
next week
for
too, man.
next week.
That's gonna be a good parlay piece. Matur Sabesky. We got Boss Guy said this pay per view worth $30. Yeah, I mean it's
Nah.
probably like $40. I would say like 40, like $90, like $80. Like it's 74
Yeah,
Canadian here.
that's a little too much. That's too much. Yeah,
Yeah, like
without
89. Like
Poatan,
the
this
prelims are actually.
card is.
I think the prelims like are actually really solid for this card.
Yeah,
It
we just
just
needed Poatan, like I said.
Yeah, Poatan.
Damn.
Poatan was the main one. I think everyone would buy the pay per view. People have been barely watching the interviews, UFC interviews. Like they're not doing crazy numbers.
They didn't even do a press conference
There's no
for
press
this
conference because
card.
they're probably embarrassed that no one's gonna show up to the press conference. Dana, Bob said, "This card belongs in Dana
Dude,
Dungeon." Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Bob. This card should be. I mean, it's Brazilian fans. I mean, what they did to Glover Teixeira, this is what they deserve after doing what they did to Glover Teixeira. And he said, "I was that Saudi Arabian card for free and not 301." Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're probably giving them a lot of money out there, right? The
yeah,
Saudi
you know the
Arabians,
Saudis are
Saudis,
pouring
yeah,
money in there.
they got like unlimited cash over there. They got like they're not worried about anything, bro. They got like I wish I was Saudi. I wish I was Saudi, bro. I'd be so rich.
That oil
Yeah, they
money.
probably have to never like worry about money over there.
No.
Dover said imagine all the versus Amanda and Nunes, bro. That's so random.
What?
That's so random. Dude. We're
What?
probably gonna see Amanda Nunes. She said she wants to come back, right? We're probably gonna see Nunes versus Kayla Harrison.
Yeah.
Who do you think wins that match?
Sidebar.
Kayla Harrison or Amanda
Oh,
Nunes comes back?
I thought you were asking me who wins Aldo versus Nunes. I was like, dude, what? Aldo all the way. Nah, but Kayla Harrison, man, I think she can definitely grapple fuck Raquel Pennington for sure.
And yeah, CB's were
Raquel
close.
Pennington is too old. She's too old for Kayla Harrison. And then Kayla Harrison is up there in age too, but she's a way better grappler.
That was a terrible fight, man. I fell asleep during the live stream on that fight.
Dude, yeah. I
That
mean,
Buena
I don't
Silva
blame
fight.
you. I don't blame you.
Buena Silva was like one of the worst fighters to watch. Yeah, Grammy said I
Fire
had
Buena
live bet
Silva.
Mace and cleaned up. Yeah, that was a good spot there. Live betting Mace.
Nice live bet on that, Grammy.
Like I'm just glad I stayed away from some of those fights. And I got burnt on one parlay. I had Figlak in a parlay, but what was that? Medic, and I got burnt on that one. Even though I think Figlak should have won, I watched the fight the next day. Figlak I think did enough, but it was a close enough fight. So I'm not really crazy
Close
pissed off
fight.
they gave it to Hubbard, but it was a pretty bad fight. You watched the fight, Hubbard versus Figlak? It was
Yeah,
a
I saw
pretty
the whole card.
terrible fight.
I had Hubbard for just because of the layoff
Good value. Yeah, it
of
was good value there
Figlag.
for Hubbard.
I wasn't trusting the layoff of
Yeah, I
Figlag.
told myself I was gonna stay away, bro. You know, when you get closer to the fights, you start like, let me do this parlay. Like, you just got so much
Yeah,
free time in your hand. Like, I told myself I was gonna stay away. I told everyone to stay away from Figlag because he hasn't fought in 2 years, like almost. And then I go out there parlay. It was only like half a unit, so not something crazy, but still, so it was not worth it. This paper's worth $10.99. I mean, I'd probably like $40 probably solid for this pay per view, but they're probably gonna sell like how many pay per view you think they're gonna sell here?
I
How many pay per view do you think?
I think we're gonna see a full crowd. You don't
No,
think
I mean,
so?
how many pay per view numbers do you think they're gonna do? Yeah, the
Oh, I'm
arena's
not
gonna be
sure,
full. The
man.
arena's gonna be full, but maybe 300K. Like, I mean, Kobe Covington and Usman, like Ilian sold like 300K, right? 300K, I think.
If Kobe Covington and Usman showed 300K, this could definitely
Or
do like
400K,
like
3 or 400K. This is
200K at
probably gonna be
least.
200K. Yeah, all the hardcore
Yeah.
fans are gonna watch it. I feel like. We got what's good Mario in the house. We got Jiro Bob in the house. He said I was going to bed Brenner, but I'm having second thoughts at plus two. Bro, that's not a bad bet. I'm just personally like I'm staying away because we don't know how good Urbai really is. He looks like he's a fucking really menacing dude. But we're gonna break down the fight. We're both going with Barboza. You're going with submission also, right? We're both going with Barboza. I'm going
Yes,
with submission.
or both, or ground and
You
pound,
could go,
whatever.
yeah, I
But
could
I
go
think
ground and
submission.
pound too. Like I mean, if you're gonna play it finish, I mean, it's probably better to go with finish than a submission, right? Or plus
Yeah,
160 for Barboza inside the distance. Her submission prop and
it's
inside
not bad.
ITD was the same. It was the same number plus 200 earlier in the week. That's what
Yeah, that's not bad.
should have. Yeah, I gave her like a submission prop as a prop of the week, but I should have checked the ITD. I should have probably went with ITD. But I think submission is more likely. I don't think Karachi Kita is gonna give up a ground and pound here. Could happen. I mean, but if you're gonna play it, I mean, I don't really like your money line as a portal piece because you can definitely lose this fight. But I think if she gets a grappling going, it's gonna be live for a submission or like a ground and pound finish. She's got way better jiu-jitsu than this girl here, Courage Caddy. All right,
Yeah,
next
I
fight on
agree.
the card is gonna be Mauricio Huffy taking on Jamie Malarkey. Now this is my lock of the week. I mean, I was gonna go with Brito of my lock of the week. Then I'm
A
like,
great lock, bro.
yeah, Brito. Like I think Brito's definitely gonna win too. He's my second lock of the week. I got like 3 locks on this card. Like not officially, but like close. They're close to being locked.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I've been fading Malarkey's chin, bro. The only time I remember betting this guy, Jamie Malarkey, I bet against him with the Turner, obviously. Then I bet against him with the Hack Prize. And Hack Prize by KO was like plus, I think plus 252. It was a good number.
hmm
I didn't put a lot on it. It was only like sprinkle, but still a good number. And Jamie Malarkey's chin has always been really bad. He's been knocked out by Volkanovski back in the day too. Like his chin, he's been knocked
yeah,
out by other lower level guys. Like he's really solid though. I'll say that he can grapple, he can strike, like he can do it all. Like he's not good at like one thing. Like he's not really good at grappling or like striking. Like, he can do it all. Like so he can do it all. But I don't think he's gonna be able to take down Mauricio Huffy. And Mauricio Huffy's got way more power, way better durability. This
yeah,
turns fire fight man. Mauricio Huffy's got way better firepower. Now I didn't really think that Huffy was that good. I mean, I watched tape on this guy before for his contender series fight, and then I bet Magomed Aliyev, Raymond. I think his name was Raymond Magomed Aliyev. I put him in a parlay. I was like, Raymond's gonna win, and he was. I don't think he was clearly dominating the fight. People have been saying that Raymond was dominating the fight. He wasn't. It was like a close back and forth fight, but Raymond was just slightly winning, like slightly like. And then like Huffy was still in that fight. He showed that he can still go out there get a third round TKO. And yeah, once he finds you, once he sees that you're hurt, man, he's gonna put it on you. I think he's gonna find probably a first round KO here. I don't think this is gonna go fast. I
yeah,
think he's gonna look for some takedowns, and when he doesn't get the takedowns, he's gonna start trading with him in the pocket, and I think Huffy's gonna cast that. He's gonna find that chin, and it's gonna be night night for Malarkey, and Malarkey's gonna be on that flight back to Australia. He's from Australia, right? Yeah, Australia.
long flight back.
He's got a long flight back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm running with
dude.
Mauricio Huffy. I think he's a good parlay piece. I mean, there's some big chalky favorites in this card. I actually trust Huffy more than like even though he's coming off a contender series, so you always want to be careful with those. But I think it's just a chin,
Yeah,
durability. Even that McDessie fight, bro. Like that's the
he
only
got
time I remember
lucky.
betting on McDessie. Not McDessie. I mean Malarkey, because it was in Australia, right? That was in Sydney,
He got
Australia.
lucky, right?
And he got lucky. I think he really did. I really think he got
Yeah,
lucky. I picked Malarkey. I thought he was gonna clearly dominate the fight. Not find a finish, but I thought he was gonna win all 3 rounds, and he got rocked so many times in that fight, bro. Like he was taking the bigger shots from McDessie. And it sucks for
yeah,
McDessie
I
because
agree.
they cut McDessie after that fight. So it sucks for McDessie, bro. And I think McDessie won the fight 28-28 there. I was shocked they
For
had it
sure.
30-27. One judge had it like 30-27, which is like unreal. Like 30-27, one judge had it 30-27, I think. I mean,
That's
there's always
insane.
that one judge, yeah. I mean,
Nah, dude, these judges. I mean, have you heard what they got paid in the Apex? They only get like less than $1,000 for each
and that's
fight.
probably why they're probably like betting money on the side, right? I mean, if I was a judge, I'd probably be doing that. I'd be doing that. What would you not be doing that like side
Have your
hustle if you're only
family
getting
bet
1K?
instead of you, right?
Yeah,
I would definitely do that,
you
dude.
can probably bet
Are
on
you kidding
offshore
me?
books if you're a judge or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, Adi Robert said this fight
But
might be streamed
we
on
are on the
outside. Bob said this card should be less than renting a porn movie. That's crazy. You guys are fucking menaces in chat.
damn, dude. People
Larry
are
said
hating.
Figlak performed like shit. Hubbard is a bum. Yeah, Figlak. I mean,
Yeah,
I think he won. I
it
think
was
he
a
won
good
the fight.
fight.
I
It
think
was a
Figlak
good fight out of
won
those two.
29-28, but it was a close enough where you're not really gonna call it a robbery though.
Yeah,
You think 200K
I
dude over?
think
Yeah, probably like 200K. They're probably gonna sell like 200K pay-per-views here. You think 150K? I mean, we're gonna find out after like the next couple of weeks after. What were you saying, Chris?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say we're on the same page with Rufy sending Jamie Malarkey back home with a knockout. I think the one thing people in like the YouTube cappers what they've been saying is that Rufy hasn't really been tested yet, but
He was
I
tested in that
I think
January
I
fight.
disagree. I disagree with that because the one
Yeah,
loss that he has was to an
yeah.
undefeated
Manuel Souza,
guy,
right? He fought in
Manuel
PFO
Souza,
recently,
who's
and he's
still
good.
undefeated to this day. So that was a good fight. And if you could watch that one back on YouTube, he was winning that first round. As a matter of fact, in my eyes, he won that first round.
Manuel Souza's
And
he's a menace too.
Manuel Souza's crazy, dude. Yeah. So I thought he won that first round, and then going into that second round, he just gets caught. And that could happen in the fight game. Maybe Mauricio Rufy's chin is something that we're gonna have to question in the future, but I'm not gonna question his chin against Jamie Malarkey.
Yeah,
So
Murphy's got no
I
power. I
think
feel like
I
has
think
he
he'll
been?
do just
He's been
fine
knocking. He's
against
been
Jamie
knocking out
Malarkey. All
absolute
right.
nobodies out there.
Yeah. And then in his contender series fight, he took on a guy who trains with Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, he
So
fought
I'm
Impa Kasangane too, bro. Went to split with Impa Kasangane. Won like did
yeah,
he win the
credit
fight?
to
I think he
him,
beat
man.
Impa, right? He beat Impa, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So I
close
think
fight too. So
Rufy has had some tough fights, and for him to get it all done by finish, 9 wins, 9 finishes, he's a problem. I think he's a real problem for Jamie Malarkey. Maybe he doesn't get it down in round one, but I think round two or round three is a good call. Just
are
like
you
Nate
worried
Brown
about
is
the
saying.
weight cut at all? He's moving down to 155 for this one.
Nah, dude, he looked fine at the ceremonial weigh-ins, like
He
the
looked,
when
he
they
looked
face
in
off.
good spirits, yeah.
When he faced off with Jamie, he looked fine. Yeah, so I think he'll be all right. And he's fought at lightweight before. That fight up was up at 170 on Contender Series, but he has fought at lightweight before, so I'm not too concerned. And he's real. He's still really young. I
Yeah, he's
think
still
he's got all.
developing.
I think he's got a lot of potential.
He can win by decision too. I wouldn't be shocked if Malarkey chin starts holding up in this fight. I just don't see it holding up.
Yeah, this is the fight that his chin holds up. Oh
Even then, I
man,
don't think he's gonna be able to land enough damage or like enough control,
no,
like
no, yeah.
win round after round.
I
He
still
might win the
think
first round.
Rufy
I could
gets
see
it
him
done.
I could see him roughly taking his time, trying to find openings early. I like that right there. Nate Brown said roughly round two, round three KO feels right. Yeah, I think that's probably
Yeah.
solid. But I would just take the KO overall. I got the money line in the parlay with another fighter on this card. So
Yeah, if you got his money line odds when they were really good
I
back
should have
like
bet it.
earlier
I
in
was
the week.
looking at it, bro. It was like I think he was actually like plus 110 or like it was slight underdog. I think earlier because he was
Yeah,
like plus 140 when he opened up. They opened him up as an underdog. I think didn't he? Did
yeah,
they not open him as underdog?
they did, I believe so.
So I was looking at it. I was like, then I was thinking before running tape, I was like, yo, Malarkey is way better. He's the UFC tested guy. He's probably gonna win. But then I'm like, let me run some tape on this guy, and he's got no chin. This chin is just not never really been there. And he's gonna be fighting a guy who's moving down
And
from
he just got
170.
knocked out 4 months ago.
Yeah,
You
by
know,
Hackcross
to
too. Hackcross
Nasrat
is
Akraz,
another.
dude. He
He's a
doesn't finish
discard
anyone.
too. Yeah, Hackcross
Hackras,
doesn't really finish anyone either. You're
that was the
right.
first finish for Hackpras in 5 years.
Yeah, the number
I
was good,
mentioned
bro.
all this in
I
the
kind of
picks
I'm
video.
kicking myself for not like going crazy on that KO because I had a feeling that KO was coming. And a lot of people are betting Malarkey there too. A lot of people are saying that he's gonna win. Just the chin is just very questionable. He wasn't looking terrible on the feet though. He was landing some nice body kicks and stuff. It just he just doesn't have any head movement out there. He'll keep his chin on the center line. I think it's only gonna take one big shot from Ruffy to like knock him down, and then ground and pound. It's gonna be all over. It's gonna be a quick fight. I feel like probably under 1.5. I think it's gonna go under 1.5. But I just like
I
the
hope
KO.
so.
I don't think that Malarkey has finishing ability here. I just don't
Yeah,
see him finishing this guy.
I hope Rufy doesn't respect Malarkey at all. I hope he just comes in there, charges forward, and just takes him out. Honestly, but if he is composed, I could see him getting it done in rounds 2 or 3, still by
Yeah,
knockout.
I got Ruffy at like minus. I think I bet him at I locked him at minus 172. Then I bet him in a parlay at minus 192. So his line's a minus 220 now. I like the KO, but money lines in the parlay is honestly not bad. Because I think he's gonna go out there and get a KO too. So you're going KO too, right? KO
Yeah, KO.
under 1.5 plus 115. I think I'm not sure. It might go over, but I mean, Lorky is not like he's a good fighter. He's not like a terrible fighter. He just his chin is not really there. Could go under, but I'm not gonna play the under. If it was like plus 140 still, I'd probably look sprinkle the under because I could see this being an early night from Larky. Um, Fight doesn't go distance minus 225. You might as well take the KO from for Ruffy because I don't see Malarkey finishing him. Ruffy by
No.
KO. Minus 125. Good number. That's a good number for Ruffy by KO. We're both going with KO, guys. Judges are high on math. Yeah. Holy shit. Malarkey has no chin anymore. He's never really had a chin, bro. Like he just been fighting some guys that he can go like that. 21-year-old guy. What was his name that he fought? That he just out grappled. The guy that fought
Francisco Prado.
Prado. Yeah, Prado. And he was only like 20 years
Yeah.
old. Kevin said Canelo TKO tonight. Bro, I played Canelo TKO over Charlo, and he should have finished him. And Charlo was just trying to hold on. I'm done playing boxing, betting on boxing, because sometimes it doesn't really happen like what you expect to happen. And I got robbed in the co-main. Remember when I don't know if you watched that Canelo fight card, and they robbed the guy on the I think it was Ramos. Ramos fought on the co-main win on that Charlo and Canelo card, and I had a parlay with
Oh,
and Ramos. I think some guy, I don't know his first name, but it was Ramos. And there was a clear
no, yeah,
robbery. So it was like kind of shocking.
I
I was
didn't
like,
watch it. I didn't follow up on that.
yeah, I'm probably not gonna be watching boxing tonight because we're gonna be watching UFC overall. And as you said, just don't like Ruffy's volume. I just think it's not gonna matter, bro. He's only gonna need to land one clean shot. He was knocking people out at 170 race, so like I mean 155 or a guy. They're giving him a guy that's chinny, like that's been knocked out like how many times now? He's been
Yeah,
knocked out so many times. He's coming off a knockout loss in the first round. He took so much damage in that fight too, because the referee gave him a chance to recover. Right? Like the ref gave him a chance to recover, and he took some nice grounded pound shots, and he got dropped like a couple of times. Mentally, he took a lot of damage in that last fight. So once you take damage like that, bro, it's only gonna get worse and worse from there. He's been knocked out like
exactly.
5 times at the UFC level alone, like at 155er by guys that are 155ers and guys that are not really known for knocking people out, like Hack Press. Hack Press has good striking, but he's like good boxing, but he's not really known for knocking people out. And Murphy is known for knocking people out, so I think he's gonna be able to catch him eventually. I don't think the volume's really gonna matter. Even then,
9 wins,
if
9
Murphy's out
finishes.
striking him, I could still see Ruffy like landing the bigger shots and just taking having the bigger moments out there. Grammy said the fight starts at 4 p.m. Their fights are gonna start at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I think. Yeah, Eastern time. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Lanigan said, let's do Bahamondes versus Jamie. Easy win for Bahamondes, bro. Imagine they give him Bahamondes after this fight. Bahamondes probably gonna send him back to Australia. I
Yeah,
don't know what.
nah.
He
Bahamondes
probably
needs to
gets
step
cut
up.
after this one. He might get cut after this one if he gets chinned brutally.
Bahamondes needs to step up.
Yeah, Bahamondes like that head kick kill was nasty, bro. I had him in the parlay with Moreno. Moreno made us sweaty, bro. I was like sweating during that Moreno fight. I had like almost 2 units in that parlay, and yeah, I was way sweatier. Yeah, I had 2 units. It was like minus 150, so it wasn't even like plus money parlay. And the Moreno, like I'm not gonna parlay Moreno anymore. Alex Moreno, he fought McGee and just took him to a boring decision. I mean, bro, yeah, like at least Bahamondes went out there looked like a minus 400. Graham said, I got Ruffy at minus 180. I think that's a great line. I got him in the parlay at minus 192. I should have bet him early. I was like staying off. I was like, I don't know, this guy might be able to out grapple him. Then the more I think about it, bro, Magomed Ali has a way better grappling, way better chin. Like he was taking some big shots on the feet by Ruffy too. If he lands those shots that he landed Magomed Ali on the feet, bro, he's gonna go night night.
Yeah,
Pierce said, chat
I
said I
agree.
take a Dione Barboza by decision. I think Dione Barboza submission is live or ITD. Um, I mean, decision is like not even plus money. If you like, if it, I don't think it's plus money. I think it's like 1.5 or something. So they're expecting decision here. I mean, it's up to you. I like the submission call more. I think the submission is live because he's got way better jiu-jitsu overall. I swear, if Ruffy loses, he's not losing this fight. No way he's losing to. He might lose
No,
like a fight in UFC, but he's not losing to Malarkey. I got Petrino and Pereira. I think that's probably gonna cash Mugrami. Gonna be an upset. Gonna be so upset. Nah, you're not gonna be upset. We're gonna watch Malarkey go night night here. All right, guys. Next fight. What's the next matchup? So we both like Ruffy by KO. Month
yes,
1.5. It was month 110 on DraftKings earlier. I got a half
I'm
unit
going
on
with the
KO
prospect.
for minus 110. I think I was gonna bet the KO and bet online. It was minus 130. Then I'm like, let me see where the lines open up and bet on DraftKings. I guess it was a better number on I mean, there's books out there that probably offering like we're offering plus money, right? FanDuel normally offers plus money on props. FanDuel has best props, but I don't like FanDuel because it takes so long to pay your money back. DraftKings, they'll pay you money back right away. Like it takes a couple of minutes. Even better online, they'll like send you money right away. Like, but that's what I hate about FanDuel. They take like a week, bro, to pay your money, to send your money in. All right, so we're both gonna go with the KO for Ruffy here. Up
Yeah.
next, we got that's the early prelims, right? The early prelims are actually pretty decent, right? Like the prelims are, I'm actually more hyped for
Dude,
the prelims
I
than
like this card.
the main card. Yeah,
I like
other
this card.
other than the main card, like if this
Just the
was a
main
fight night,
event,
bro,
man.
I think this was the fight night. People would be going crazy for this fight night. But
Yeah.
solid prelims though. Up next, we got Joakim Silva taking on Jakar Close. You want to take over this one? What do you think?
Joaquin Silva. We don't got. Did we cover Orobai and Brenner?
No, that's next. I think that's that's
Oh,
gonna be
okay,
later.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it
next.
got moved up because of the Gomez and
Yeah,
Johnson. Oh, I
Gomez
get it
fight.
now.
All right. So yeah, Jakar close, man. I think it's a good fight for both of these two. Um, Jakar close. He's on a 3-fight winning streak, and he's fighting a lot more often now. There was a lot of talk going into like him having long layoffs in between his fights because he gets injured in his fights
Remember
often.
someone? I think someone pushed him in at the weigh-ins. Who was it that pushed him at the weigh-ins? Yeah, he
Jeremy
needed
Stevens.
surgery. Was it Jeremy Stevens? Yeah,
Jeremy
he
Stevens.
whiplashed him, right? He
Yeah,
whiplashed him.
he
That
whiplashed
was
him,
crazy,
and
bro.
then like suppose he went and on social media and said that he hasn't felt the same ever since. So, that kind of like made all the betters think twice about betting him and all that. But
They're fading
he
him
goes
in his
out
last
there,
fight, and I bet him there
he
minus
goes
one
out
thirty.
there and he gets it.
Remember,
Yeah, yeah. He goes out there, he does a great job. He looks good. He's very well rounded. He's got good takedown defense. He's never been submitted, and he's going against Neto BJJ Joaquim Silva. So
this guy's
Joaquim
he's dangerous
Silva,
though. He's dangerous, dude.
it's funny that it's Neto BJJ, because he's got 0 submission wins in the UFC. And, you know, obviously I I think he's got a good ground game. Anyone who's gonna name
He was
themselves
looking
Neto
for submissions of
BJJ.
Guida, right? Wasn't he looking for submission guillotines in that Guida fight?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
He was for sure. He almost I mean, Guido was putting it on him
Guida's
in
so
that
tough
at the
though.
end
He's
of
so
that.
tough.
So, Guido was putting it on him at the end of that fight. I think Close can replicate a lot what Clay Guida did, just
Yeah, Close is way better than
make it
Clay.
look a lot better. I think Jakar Close is gonna fight Joaquim Silva, while Joaquim Silva is gonna just try to deal with Jakar Close. I think Jakar Close is gonna be the more violent fighter in this out of these two. They're both veterans. They're both very well rounded, but I just think Jakar Close is a step ahead of him in all aspects of fighting, in my opinion. Like just being more aggressive, not accepting the back foot, and that's going to be very important if this fight goes to a decision, which I think it is. So I'm leaning Jakar Close by decision in this fight. Or
Susan, you think, or it's
Joaquim
gonna
Silva has
be
been knocked out before, so I could see him getting knocked out. But
his
I'm
durability was
leaning,
way better in that Armor Sarukian fight. It shocked me, bro. I was like, bro, I had the KO. I had so
yeah,
much money on the KO. I had like $400 on the KO. I don't usually bet that much money on one fight. I was like, Sarukian's gonna go out there and knock him out in the first round. I had the under 1.5, like 1 unit on the under 1.5, and that got burned. And I was like, damn, bro, Arsuki's not gonna finish him anymore because he finished him in the last like what, like a minute, 90 seconds. It was like the last 90 seconds. So the under 2.5 got burned because Joakim Silva, he came to fight in that one, bro. He rocked Sarukian bad
yeah,
in the
he
second
sure did.
round. This guy's
Yeah,
dangerous. So he's definitely dangerous. So if Dakar Close gets him hurt and he's trying to finish him like that near Darius fight, I think he learned the lesson. He learned the lesson from that fight. So I don't think he's gonna make the same mistake anymore. And he's got way better wrestling, so he can. I think he can take this guy down. Way better wrestler than Joaquin Silva. Joaquin Silva is dangerous, but he hasn't really been submitting anyone in the UFC. Like, so he's gonna be looking for those big left hooks, right hooks. Like that's what he's gonna be looking for. And once Close gets past the first round, I think it's gonna be an easy fight. It's gonna cruise either like a late TKO. I mean, look, if Ricky Glenn's knocking you out, man. I mean, that's why I was so heavy in the Armin Sarukin KO, because I was like, Rick Glenn knocked him out. It's gonna be easy win for Sarukin. Sarukin couldn't even like knock him down on the feet, which is crazy. Like MMA just doesn't make sense sometimes. And that grounded
nah,
Sarukin
you
was
can't.
nasty though. Like that, he really wanted the finish there. Like But
Dude,
yeah,
that's what I was saying in my picks video is his losses are aging better than his wins
yeah,
because in his losses he looks really good and then in his wins he looks really bad. Like in that Clay Guida fight, he looked bad in my opinion. It didn't look like a violent Joaquim Silva, and that's what you need to be when you're fighting Jakar Close. So I don't think he's gonna get this one done.
yeah. Close. He's got way better fight IQ. I like Close. I got him in a parlay with the Michelle Pereira. I think it's solid. Minus 185 for
Ooh,
Close. I think. What's
Silva
the?
looks like he's on the juice though.
He is on the juice. I mean, he doesn't look like he's on the juice. He's clearly on the juice. That's not
Right?
even like he looks like he's on the juice. He is on the juice. He's on that secret juice. I mean, Costas is Paulo Costas is supplier. He's dealer. So what's the line? Minus 190 for her close. I mean, the line's been going back and forth. There's some money. There's some money came in on Joaquim Silva, man. I was down to like I think the line went for the current close went down to like minus 140 earlier in the week. So there's been some action coming on Joaquim Silva, but I don't think he's gonna get this done. I mean, if he catches him clean, he's gonna life for a KO, but he's not really gonna be out grappling Jakar Close. I feel like Close has way better grappling, and hopefully he doesn't try to go out there find an early KO and start trading with him. Like once people get a 50K, I mean, he made 50K right in that Selecki fight. Selecki's a
Yeah.
nerd. He doesn't really have any striking. Like that's why I took Close there because I knew it was gonna be easy. I knew Close was gonna be way better wrestler than Selecki. Yeah, Selecki is like we had two back-to-back knockouts right on that fight card. I think
Yeah, pick
what was
them
the
up,
other one? Brenda's got another
slam them.
slam KO, yeah, on that card. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think he's gonna finish him, or do you think he's gonna go the distance?
Yeah, I have it going the distance. I think Jakar's
Yeah,
gonna
just pick
win the
the money
first
line.
two
Yeah.
rounds. I
Do
think
you think they
Jakar's
can
gonna
find a
win the
better
first
number
two
on
rounds.
live? What do you think about live betting this one? You think Silva can win
Um,
the first round?
Silva, if you are leaning Silva in this fight, then Silva would probably be a good live bet because I don't think he's gonna win the first round. But if
You
you're
think he's gonna lose
leaning
the first round?
Jakar close, you might as well get him now.
Maybe Silva. What's the Silva by KO? Silva by KO. I don't think he's gonna get a submission to Close. I just don't see that submission happening from Close.
Nah, me
Benito
neither.
Darius has way better grappling, and like he almost knocked out Benito Darius in the first round. He got
Exactly.
reckless trying to get that KO, trying to get that big
And
50K.
Despite that one knockout, that's the
That was
only
a
one,
brutal
you know.
KO though.
So
You see that KO, bro? Holy shit!
yeah,
Darius with
it
the
is
crazy
crazy to watch.
KO. That was nasty. I don't think he's chinny. I don't think Close is chinny though. Like that was just the perfect punch. Anyone's gonna get knocked out with a punch like that. And we know Benito Darius has got some power. Even though Darius
Yeah.
is really chinny, he's got some power too. But yeah, we're both gonna. I'm gonna go with Close by KO. I think you can find a KO maybe, but I would not play the KO prop. What's the KO prop for Close? I think you could find like a late, maybe like a late KO because Joaquim Silva starts slowing down, gets a little bit tired because he will slow down later in fights because he'll throw everything with 100% power earlier like he
Exactly.
did in the Suzuki
yeah,
fight.
he is a brawler. He is a
Yeah.
brawler sometimes,
But
especially when you get him mad. Did you see the weigh-in ceremony
no, I think
when they
no, I
faced
did
off?
watch. Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, I did watch the Veins. I watched it like last night. I don't really remember much though. I watched like after I
Bro,
was done watching
when
Wednesday
they
and
faced
LFA.
off, Jakar Close made like a remark almost. He like showed a needle like shooting into his leg, and
Close is a funny
he went
dude.
like that to Joaquim Silva to like let him know that he knows he's on the juice.
I mean, it's clear as day.
So
Like, I mean, no one's
yeah,
doubting that Silva's not on the juice. I mean, I don't think anyone would defend that he's not on the juice. Close by
yeah, I think
KO
so.
plus 170. I like the money line. I like the money line more than anything. Money line, you can parlay that with Michelle Pearl like I did. I think that's a solid parlay. I like Close a lot. I'm like at least like 80% confident that Close wins this fight. At least like 8.5 out of 10 times. The only way I see if he loses if he gets caught clean like the Darius fight. But I don't think he's gonna get reckless. Darius only caught him clean because he was trying to get that KO over Darius. He had him hurt. If he hurts Silva like that, I don't think Silva's gonna take the damage like Darius was able to do. That's before Darius' chin was absolute dust. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're both gonna. I'm gonna go with Jakara close by KO, but moneyline is definitely the good play here. I think good parlay piece moneyline. All right, next fight on the card. What's the next fight on the card? All right, Always Brenner taking Tebek Earlby. No, Crazy fight, man. This is the fight that I can't wait to see. This is going to be a crazy back and forth fight. I feel like Brenner is going to be the better striker here. Uruguay has good power on the feet. Like he'll throw some nice punches. Like remember the uppercut that I landed in LFA? Like bro, he fought an absolute taxi driver though. So I was trying to fade Merck Tibet
Exactly.
and I bet Medic. I thought Medic was gonna be able to hurt him on the feet, and he was able to land some good knees to the body. Wasn't really enough though, because this guy seems like he's got a good chin on him. Victor
Yeah,
Beck roll
he
by.
does.
Um, I've lost some money betting against Brenner though, so I'm gonna stay away from this fight betting wise. I really don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna pick Victor Beck roll by because the wrestling and takedowns. He was wrestling or grappling Bilal Muhammad, who fights at 170. So if you're taking on Bilal Muhammad, controlling Bilal Muhammad, he should be able to get the takedowns here. I'm gonna go make Tibet roll by, but I mean, if he might go for like takedowns, matter turns over and over in the first round to get tired in the third round, might get knocked out cold in the third round. So I've been thinking about Brenner third round finish maybe like Sprinkle, but I'm probably not gonna get there because I just want to see how
Ah,
good Victor Beck really is. We're gonna find out in this one. Brenner by
yeah.
KO is super live. I feel like it's super live. I mean, submission is live. Maybe if Victor Beck roll by gets tired, I think submission is probably more live than the KO for Brenner if he maybe club and sub or something. But it doesn't seem like you're really gonna hurt this guy on the feet. Look at this guy's fucking face, bro. Genghis Khan, AK Genghis Khan.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. He's
like
a Neanderthal if I ever seen one.
yeah.
Walking Neanderthal.
These guys that are
But
Kyrgyzstan, he's Kyrgyzstan, right? Kyrgyzstan. Is he
yeah,
out
the same place as Valentina Shevchenko,
okay, Kyrgyzstan. Yeah,
which
there's
is
a guy in
crazy.
one that fought
Valentina Shevchenko
that fought
looks
Kyrgyzstan
nothing like Orabai.
last night. This kid, bro, Abdullayev in one FC last night. This guy's he's like 11-0 now. Got a crazy KO in one FC. So these guys that are Kyrgyzstan, I'm high on these guys, but I don't really trust him at 2-1. Like minus 230. What's the line right now? I think it's like he's like minus Robai is minus 250. I don't really trust him at that line. He was like minus 130 over Medic, who doesn't have the grappling like Brenner. Brenner's got way better grappling than I mean or Medic. I feel like. So, what do you think about this fight? Who are you picking here?
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be a scrap, but more of like exactly what you were trying to say. I'm leaning on what you were saying about Orabai having to grapple here because I do think that Brenner, like you said, has the advantage in the striking. He was not, which is crazy. I say that I think it's crazy that I'm saying that because Albert Brenner was not known for
Drop
the
guy.
striking coming
Yes, yes.
into the UFC. He was a really good grappler. He was a savage on the ground. He has good submission game. He trains with Charles Oliveira, the Do Bronx team, and you know how well Charles was doing against Armin. He took that to a split,
Yeah, that
so
submission, bro.
and
That first round submission. I had Armin to win in over 1.5 in the parlay with Max Holloway inside the distance, and I was
yeah,
like, bro,
he was
I was like,
had you
shit.
nervous.
And that, like, I wasn't
You know what
expecting
I
Max
mean?
Holloway to win by KO either, which is crazy, but
And I
yeah,
think
that
Orobai,
was crazy.
grant credit to Orobai. I think he is the type of guy that looks like he won't tap. He looks like he'll go out instead of tapping as
Yeah,
well. But like he looks like he'll go out on his sleeve. But I think Brenner is a savage, man. I think he's just has more ways to win. That's why I'm picking Brenner here. I think he could get it done standing and he could get it done on the ground with a submission. So
which round
whereas
done?
whereas Orobai, I think he has to grapple here and grapple and grapple and grapple because if this fight stays standing, Brenner has learned a lot in the striking enough to make him a savage. I think he can that knockout to Kanan Khrushchevsky. It was very technical. It
Drewski is
wasn't
like
wild.
not really. I mean, I wouldn't really say he's not UFC level because he got to finish in contender series, and I picked him there. I
Yeah,
don't know. He came in like way too fat, bro. On that fight, remember, like he came in like on
yeah.
24 hours,
I mean, it was
24
on
hours.
short notice.
Yeah,
It was on short notice for
that
Khrushchevsky.
punch that
I
hit him,
know
he
Brenner
hit
was
him
supposed
right
to
here. I
fight
think he hit him
someone
right
else.
here, right side of the
Yeah,
dome. Like, bro, that folded him in half. Drewski's a
yeah.
pretty big dude. Like, so Brenner is gonna be live for a KO. Like, I like Brenner. I like Brenner.
I just like
Uh,
him for more ways to win. I think he's got more ways to win. That's why I'm taking him in this fight. And obviously we have seen more out of him in the UFC. He's got more wins.
he's got
I
more
think this
experience.
guy's very green, man. He's super green. We haven't seen enough of him. People that are betting Orobai,
you
The
know,
line's
it's tough.
crazy. If he was like even money, I think I would probably bet maybe like 1 unit in a parlay with Earl but I don't trust him at like minus
Yeah.
250 at all.
Minus anything over 200 is crazy in my opinion. If you're betting Oral by
I'm just
in
picking
this
him because
fight,
the wrestling, and like maybe the wrestling, and like he's got. It seems like he's pretty physically strong. We're gonna find
for
out if
sure.
he's got wrestling for 3 rounds, if he can get takedowns over and over. Because I don't think he's gonna submit him. I mean, can he submit him with the neck crank? I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen. Medic's got no
Nah.
submission defense. Like Medic's gives up his back way too easy. Like Medic's
Yeah,
doesn't
and
really
Medic
take care of
wasn't even. Medic said that he didn't do a lot of grappling because he was training for a
it. Really,
kickboxer.
he said that. That's not shocking at all.
Yeah, so
Um,
it is what
I'm
it
excited
is.
that Uruguay is gonna hold the cell. I mean, we're gonna find out right now, bro.
Let's
I
go
wouldn't be
MMA
mad if I took
clips.
the wrong, to be honest. MMA clips. I'm kind of
I think
cheering
yeah,
for.
I think the like MMA verse is behind Brenner in this fight. They just think Orobai is a savage, you
People
know,
think
and
Uruguay is
he
like
is.
the Uruguay is a lock, man. People. I think didn't AJ pick him as a lock too now? Like he was picking Gamiz and I picked him Uruguay. Bro, I mean,
Oh
hope
wow,
like AJ, yeah, AJ. If I'm experts, he picked Uruguay as a lock now. I think.
damn.
Pro said Andrew, do you gamble? Andrew, do you gamble? Like I've never really seen you betting on MMA. Do you? Maybe Andrew bets on MMA. I'm not really sure. We got Nate Brown said and Eroba has been fighting absolute bums. Yeah, on the LFA, yeah, he was fighting bums. So like he was supposed to fight someone else, but some guy pulled out, so no one really wanted to fight him in LFA. And then that guy like with the afro hair came in, took that fight on short notice. Uh, lost like every teeth that he had. It was funny. Um, yeah, that was an
Let's get into the
absolute can. Like so we haven't really like Brenner's really been he's been fighting the better guys. Now Brenner did lose to Gabriel Santos at 145. Was that at 145? I think that was at 145. He lost to Gabriel Santos. I didn't fight, so I don't know if he got out grappled, like what happened. But did you watch the fight Gabriel Santos versus Always Brenner? That was back in the day. Though. I was like he was very young back then.
I did. I watched his fight, all his fights back for this card. Yeah.
What happened in that one? Did he get out grappled in that one? Like how did he lose that fight?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say he necessarily got out grappled. No, I don't think so. I just think it was more he was still very green at the time. You know, these guys, they're super young. I think what's Brenda like 26?
Yeah, he's 26. I don't believe that. I don't know how Robai is like 26 or 20, 25. I think he's like 25 too. How's he 25? There's no way this guy's 25, right?
Nah.
He's gotta be lying about his age. How old is he? Let me see. I think Robai's like I think he's like they're both like really young. Yeah, Brenner is like 26, and they're both 26. That's crazy. That they're both 26 right now. That's insane. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Robai by decision, but he's hopefully like I want Brenner to win as a fan. His style is way more fun to watch. So I'll be cheering for Brenner, but just wrestling. If he can fend out the takedowns, I think Brenner's probably gonna hurt him bad. And if it's a close fight, I mean, if he lands more damage on the feet, they're gonna give it to Brenner out there, but maybe by a split decision or like maybe like a third round stop is. What's the third round stop is here?
Yeah.
Uruguay is minus 250. Like I don't know how people can be so confident in Uruguay here at minus 250.
Nah.
Maybe goes out there makes looks like a minus 250, but I don't think we've seen enough from him to look like he was getting rocked in that Medic fight too early. So Medic was defending some takedowns early. Eventually he got the takedowns. So I bet yeah, I was trying to fade him there. I bet against him there. So I bet Medic at like plus 120, I think, or plus 124, something like that. It was plus 124, I think. Yeah, Brenner plus 210, man. So not bad if you're betting the underdog in this one. What are the props
Nah,
looking
not
like
bad.
right now? Fight ends inside the distance minus 105. Fight goes the distance minus 25. They're really not sure if it's gonna go the distance or not. Uruguay to get over 3.5 takedowns. I like that. If you can find that prop, man, I don't think he's gonna finish him. I think he's gonna need to get at least a couple of takedowns early. I don't think he's finishing him at all. Like I'm picking him by decision. So if you're like, which book has that? Jazz Sports has that. I think the Bet Online has those props too. I never really bet to more takedowns on a fight before. I know Bet Online they offer lines like that too.
Right. Yeah.
More,
Like
more takedowns. How many takedowns one fighter is gonna get?
I
If you
haven't
can
bet
bet
that
over
either.
3.5 rounds, I think like they're going under 3.5 takedowns. I think it goes over because I don't think he's gonna
Yeah.
that early. Brenner's like got the
I wish you
decent.
could bet takedown attempts.
The takedown attempts,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know.
He'd probably hammer that over like 10. He's probably gonna get at least 10 takedowns. I think people think that he's gonna go out there, get a takedown, submit him right away, or get a ground and pound. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Like
Nah.
people are calling him a lock, and I just don't know. Like inside it isn't
Yeah,
for
I disagree.
Uruguay plus 180. Yeah, I don't really like this one for like maybe dogger pass for betting. I'm just gonna pass because I lost money betting on betting against Uruguay his last fight, so I'm just gonna pass on
Yeah,
this one. But yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. Like it's got to be dogger pass. There's no way you should be betting. At least Benner's he's been cashing the underdog tickets right in the UFC. Like he
every
cast
time.
as a plus two plus 475 over Tuhugawa. He cast as a 4 plus 500 over Guram. Then he actually bet him in that Krajewski fight at minus 180 and sprinkled the first round KO. And that was actually a good line, bro. He should have been like minus 800 there. Because I don't know why people are betting Krajewski there in 24 hours notice. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brenner's like he can definitely win, bro. He looked like a minus like 1,000 in his last fight. He went out there, handled business like he's supposed to. So, and he's been looking better. So maybe he can go out there get the job done. We're gonna find out in a couple of hours from now. I'm gonna pick Uruguay by decision. What's the decision prop for Uruguay? Uruguay by decision is pro. What's this is for Brenner plus? I think Brenner's gonna be finish only for Brenner. Maybe what's the finish only for Brenner? Um, Magdeburg Road by finish only is minus 165. So you're probably gonna get plus money on Brenner finish only. That's probably not a bad prop because I just don't see by finishing him. I'm gonna
nah.
pass. I'm gonna pass. So did you bet Brenner? I know Nate Brown bet.
Yeah, I just straight bet him though. I didn't parlay him or anything.
Yeah, it's probably better to just straight up bet him. You're getting plus 200, so there's no reason to be greedy. But I mean, you can bet his KO like inside this. It's in like a long shot prop or long shot parlay.
Yeah.
What's going on with Troll Spencer? He said, I mean, are you allowed to gamble? I mean, he probably is. Why would he not be allowed to gamble? Troll, you're fucking hilarious, bro. Holy shit.
What's up next?
I think Andrew's old enough. He can gamble if he wants. He said, I know I'm not a gambler. Yeah, he's not a gambler. Boss said, Nate talked me into picking Brenner. I mean, Nate's got some good reads, bro. The last time I seen him this confident was that Max Holloway, and then he made me switch my pick there. I'm not gonna switch my pick here, but I mean, I think either one of them can win. Like, I'm not really sure who's gonna win though. I'm like really 50-50 on this one. Like, Brenner can scramble and thread him with submissions. I mean,
Yeah,
I think he's gonna
that's
need
where
to club and sub him. I don't think he's gonna just submit him from off his back though. I think he's gonna need to hurt him on the feet and with some like maybe head kick or something like with a big punch, then rock him and then catch him in the guillotine and put him to sleep. Because I don't think Roba's just gonna tap out. If I see Roba
no.
tapping out, like I'll be kind of shocked. Like I think he's gonna need to put him to
Yeah, I
sleep.
think he's the kind of guy that goes out on his sleeve for sure.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna see if he takes a nap tonight. It said Benner's has advantage on the ground too. I watched most Benner fights, and his striking has always been good. He was hurting guys on the feet with elbows, and he's got way more like better striking, like elbows, knees to the body. He's got that shoot box Diego Lima striking rate, like so. He's gonna be way more versatile on the feet.
yeah,
Medic said, I think Robo has a good chin on him though. He's like, we haven't really seen his chin tested like by people that hit hard, but he seems to have a solid chin, but it doesn't really matter how good your chin is. If you're getting tired out there, you're gassed out, trying to go for takedowns over and over early. Even like third round, I think third round is live for Brenner here for sure. I'm gonna just pass though. I'm good. Markster Benner is him. I mean, he might be him. We're gonna find. If he goes out there and knocks out this guy in the probably like any point, bro, Benner is definitely him. You're not gonna see a plus number on him for a minute if he goes out there and beats this guy. Janice said, bro, I think Benner's the real deal, but carefully. We never seen Uruguay against elite BJJ player. Yeah, that is true. That is true for sure. He hasn't really fought anyone that he can grapple and has better jiu-jitsu
yeah.
game. Nick said, Anakin, that's just lose, no, bro.
Let's go.
Mark said, Medic is a white belt. Brenner is way better on the ground. Yeah, Medic just doesn't really have any grappling. Okay, all right, let's go to the next fight. What's the next fight? Next fight on the card is going to be Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Yasmin Lucindo. You want to start with this one, Chris?
Yeah, man. Lucindo on a 2-fight win streak. Now she's getting her chance at the top 15, and she's taking on Karolina Kowalkiewicz, who's on a 4-fight win streak of her own. But you know, we got to remember it's not to anyone
special. All right, I'll say that. I don't
Yeah,
think
really low level competition.
any crazy competition. And then prior to that, she was on a 5-fight losing streak. So, I just want to highlight those things. She is definitely the more experienced fighter. She's fought for a title back in 2016. But guys, she's 38 years old, going up against Yasmin Lucindo in Brazil. Yasmin Lucindo, if there's one thing, she's definitely shown is she's improving every fight. And that fight against Yasmin Al-Ragui going to decision, now we know how Yasmin, she does majority of her fights do go to decision, but
Yeah, I better
Yasmin
buy this
does,
because it's minus
she
120
showed
over.
cardio, she
Who was the
showed
first time he was racing? First time he was, I think.
right. She showed cardio though. She showed striking. She showed grappling. And then against lesser competition, she gets finishes. So,
Pauliana
she
Mina
gets she
finished was
finishes
nice.
Polyana Viana.
A lot of people are
And
fading her
then
there too, even though the odds were like
right,
2-1. People are still fading her. I
right.
mean,
I think Yasmin Lucindo's doing all the right things. She was posting on her Instagram training with Amanda Nunez, and she's heading to the right direction, heading to the top 15, taking on a girl who I think is beatable. And I gotta go with Yasmin Lucindo in this one to get this one done. I think she could get it done inside the distance
yeah.
against
It's like this.
Carolina as well.
You think
So
KO or submission? I sprinkled the submission plus 400. Only like a quarter unit. I didn't put crazy money on it though. What do you
I'm
think,
leaning
KO or
ground and pound. Yeah, ground and
ground and
pound
pound?
finish or
I think
or
it could be
a
a club and sub. Like
submission
he
win.
had that club and sub in Paulie and Amina, right? Paulie and Amina, that was a club and sub.
Yeah,
I just don't think Kovacevic has the firepower to get respect back. 'Cause he's a point fighter. Like he doesn't have any finishing ability. The Babita fight, I mean, she got taken down a couple of times in that fight too, right? Babita was taking her down. Not really the best look. I picked
no, not at
Kovacevic
all.
there. I picked her to win there. I had an underdog parlay on that card. I think I had Nate Manus. I had one more fighter in there. I had Joe Pfeiffer in there. That was the same card, right? Joe Pfeiffer fought in the co-main event, I think. And Abdul Razak Al Hassan. That's their last card, right? She fought on, I think. And Nate Manus was underdog in that one too. Like I had Babita in the long shot, like underdog parlay, but I had a feeling she's gonna go out there beat Babita because Babita's not really like UFC level. I feel like she's got way too much going on the sidelines to be fighting, taking her career serious. Babita's got OnlyFans, right?
Yeah,
she's got OnlyFans. Yeah, and also you
yeah,
gotta always pick the more lesbian looking girl. So clearly the more lesbian looking girl is Lucindo here. So that makes sense. I think Lucindo
yeah.
by ITD. I think that's super live here. Like
I
maybe she
think
goes out there gets a maybe gets he gets a TKO stoppage. I mean she's got way more power, right? She knocked down Polly and Vienna, then got that arm triangle
he
off.
knocked her down with a clean strike too. It wasn't nothing wild. She,
Yeah, she's
she didn't
technical. She's
overthrow
tight.
herself into it.
She's tight with their striking.
Yeah. Just want to answer Zona knockout. He said Brenner by decision odds are insanely good. I agree with you. I think Brenner can win by decision on damage for sure.
And
But
they're
yeah, back
fighting
to
in
what you were
Brazil.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I said, Carolina's tough. I love this going to decision. I mean, yeah, she's tough, but I mean, I think the physicality difference is gonna play a factor. But it could definitely go distance. I mean, the books are favoring it to go the distance. But I feel like if Lucindo gets her way, man, she's gonna like probably hurt her bad on the feet and then club and sub her. Like she's actually like since she's fighting, like she's not fighting someone that's technical, has good taking defense like Hardaway. She's actually pretty solid out there. And Vienna, Latrell said, "Do you like Vienna?" Fan Drew. I'm sure everyone likes Paulina Vienna. I'm a fan of Paulina Vienna. Are you not a fan of Paulina Vienna, Chris?
Nah, yeah, we're
You
all
bet
fans of Polyana
on
Viana. Maybe
yeah,
not for
we're
her
all
fighting,
Paulina.
but
Their fighting is kind of bad, but at least he's going out there getting finished. They're getting finishes out there. There he said don't bet WMMA. I mean, I only put 25 on the submission because it's plus 400, so I could see like a submission happening here. I mean, Karol Kovacevic has been subbed twice before, so it could definitely happen. Well, you never know. I mean, I'm not really like crazy. I would not parlay this into a minus 400. You think this is a good parlay piece at minus 450?
see, that's the thing. I think this is too much juice for Yasmin to be,
She's okay. She's minus 400. Lines have been going back and forth in the last like couple hours.
it's too much. Too
Yeah, I
much,
don't
I
I don't
think.
like her as a parlay piece here. I think C wins, but the line's way too chalky. C wins is gonna be probably by like a ITD or like probably like she's gonna win at least. I mean, she's probably gonna slow down later because we haven't really seen her tested. Like
Right.
that fight with the Haragui, like she was like CSC threw a lot of output out there, so that was her debut by the way. So that was not a bad look. But Kovacevic is pretty experienced. Like she's like 30 years old, so she's really old. The age factor is
Super
crazy though. The
experienced.
age difference is crazy here. Yeah, we're both gonna go. I'm gonna go with Lucindo by submission. You're picking Lucindo by KO, TKO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could go the distance, so let's not crazy. I'm not crazy confident that I finished there. What's the ITD by for Lucindo? I know people are sprinkling the round 1 submission, round 2 submission. I don't really play around with the round props like crazy unless I'm really confident. Lucindo to get over 2 takedowns plus. I mean, she might knock her down, so could be like a club and sub. Kovacevic to win inside the distance. There's no way she's finishing her. I mean, Lucindo has been finished outside the UFC, but I don't think she's gonna get finished right now. She's like getting better right now. 22 years old. She got finished when she was like what, like way too young, like under 20 years old. But Kovacevic is not really dangerous. Like she's not dangerous anywhere. The number is crazy though. Plus 1,000 for a finish. Imagine something like that happens. It'd be crazy. Lucindo by TKO plus 320. Lucindo inside the distance. Submission. I like the submission. It was plus. I mean, the submission just came down. It was plus 400 like just a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Lucindo inside the distance. Where's the ITD? Okay, there it is. Plus 160 for. I mean, that number is not crazy. You might as well spin KO and submission both. It should be plus 200 at least, right? It was actually
I
plus
think so too.
135. I mean, I could see a finish, but it could definitely go. If it could definitely go the distance, because Kovacevic is pretty tough. It's pretty tough, and she's fought better competition. I mean, she's been in there with Alexa Grasso and other girls. Like, she fought Alexa Grasso, right? Too. I think she's fought some better competition.
Yeah,
All right, next
Carolina,
fight.
she's fought everyone. She's
Yeah,
fought everyone.
yeah, she's on a 5-5 losing streak now. She's on like a 4-5 win streak right now. Pretty much over
Yeah.
cans. I mean, the girls who's going out there beating are not really dangerous. Like that. What's that girl's name? That what's her? I can't remember her name.
Silvana
No, the
Gomez
other girl,
Juarez.
not her. They're pretty terrible. Vanessa Demopoulos, who's like got no takedown defense at all.
Oh my god.
Demopoulos,
Yeah.
bro, I was shocked she won the fight over that Asian girl, the Japanese girl. Like I played over 2.5 on that one, and I was like, bro, this fight is terrible. When Demopoulos, I'm a win over Demopoulos doesn't really tell me anything. Like Demopoulos she's got
Nothing.
OnlyFans too. I think she's got OnlyFans too. So it's like,
Yeah, and I think Yasmin Lucindo smokes her. But yeah, even the other ones, Silvana Gomez Juarez and Felice
Gomez
Herring,
I haven't seen her fight in a long time.
they're
She's not fighting in
garbage.
these anymore.
I mean, no disrespect though. They are fighters, but they just don't. I don't think they belong in the UFC.
Yeah, like those 4 or 5 win streak. I mean, credit to her going on a win streak right now. She's like what, 40 years old almost, and on a win streak right now. But they're lining her up to like for Lucinda to get up the rankings here in Brazil. And even if this goes the distance, I mean, Lucinda's definitely gonna win. Like she's not gonna lose this fight. There's no way. Up next, we got Jack Shore taking on Joanderson Brito. This is the money line play, the only money line play that I got on this card, guys. This is I bet him early, then I also bet him again at minus 162. Brito. I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I mean, Jack Shore is what, 17-1 or some shit like that. Like he's pretty good, not bad.
Yeah,
He's like undefeated in Cage
6-1
Warriors, like
in the
16-1,
UFC.
17-1, I guess. So
No, he's
yeah,
6-1 in the UFC. That's what I was
UFC.
saying.
That's pretty decent record. I mean, but once you go through the wins, I mean, it's not really like Timur Valiyev. I think that's his best win, right? Timur
Exactly.
Valiyev, that's his best win by a mile.
I think his
Timur
best
Valiyev
one
has
is
only
is
been doing well.
Mirkani.
Like, and Mirkani, bro, like he was losing that first round, getting taken down, getting his back taken by Mirkani. If you're getting your back taken by Mirkani, Brito has that position on you, bro. He's gonna finish you. He's gonna choke you out. He's
Yeah.
gonna put you to sleep. You're gonna go night. Brito takes your back, bro. Like Brito can take your back standing up. He can like climb on you, bro. This guy's
Yeah.
this guy's really physically.
I'm
So I
so
want to see
glad we're
Brito
on
versus
the.
Dan Ige. I think that'd be a great matchup. I mean, Dan
Yeah.
Ige versus Brito. I think
I'm glad
Brito
we're
is
on the
gonna.
same page, dude, for this fight.
Yeah, I
Because
think
there's
Brito's gonna
people
run
who are
through him. It's
picking
gonna be
Jack
a really
Shore.
easy fight. Jack
There's
Shore has a
people
nice
picking
jab,
Jack
right?
Shore. I don't know, man. I
He
don't
doesn't
know.
have a lot of
I don't see
firepower.
how
Like,
Jack Shore gets it done.
I mean, people are saying that Brito's gonna go out there trying to finish him and then gas out. I mean, that's his path to victory for Jack Shore. Because I just
I
don't.
guess.
Even if he looks better on the feet here, like with the jab, I think he's a better technical striker. Brito just has way more firepower. Like if they're in a firefight, man, Brito's gonna knock him out stiff. It's gonna be a brutal KO. And Brito can take him
Yeah,
down. I mean,
I
Brito's been
agree.
out there taking on guys like Diego Lopez, like 5'11", way bigger than Jack Shore. And Jack Shore is a former bantamweight, got clubbed and subbed by Ricky Simon. And Ricky Simon's not really known for his hands, right? Known for the wrestling mostly. Yeah, I think Brito all day, man. I like Brito first round, second round. It's like plus 150. That's a good. I think you can throw that in long shot parlay because I do see him getting a finish here. Moneyline is my favorite play here. Moneyline's like really decent. I mean, I'm shocked that it's like minus 160, minus 170. Like, what's it now? It's like minus I think it's like under. It should not be. It should be at least like minus 250. I feel like Brito minus 184 Brito moneyline. I'm
Yeah,
honestly shocked. I don't know what people are seeing in Jack Short.
we're on
Maybe
the
because he's got a good record on him, so maybe. But I just don't see
nah,
it. What's
we're
your bro?
on
What
the
do you think
same
about this
page,
one?
man. We're on the same page. I'm going Brito. I think he can get it done. I actually locked him for lock of the week.
It's good luck,
So
man. I was thinking about locking him too.
yeah,
I should have.
I
Yeah,
made him the lock
I'm
of the
picking him
week.
as a lock. Like I'm not picking him as my official lock, but he's a lock on this card. I think he's
I
one
think
of the
it's
locks.
seriously,
Like,
yeah, it's just an unfair
straight
matchup.
line.
Unfair matchup. You know,
Like
I don't know if people forgot that Brito already has wins over Andre Fili,
he killed Cafe
Diego
Morisco, man. He
Lopez.
buried that dude 10 feet under. Like,
Yeah, dude, like much
I
more proven
yeah,
than Jack
people
Shore
were
on the
doubting
ground as well.
Brito.
You know,
He fought
Andre
Fili, right?
Fili.
He's
Yeah,
plus 200. I bet half a unit on him. I should have bet more money there. It's plus 200 for Brito. He
yeah,
beat Fili. That was crazy.
and Andre Fili, you know, much more proven in the UFC. You know, I bet people were giving him a chance against Brito at the time, but look what Brito does. He
People
goes out there
they're
and
all picking
finishes
Fili
him.
over
You know what I'm
Brito.
saying?
He
So
lost to Aldi, right? He was just trying to grapple in that fight. Just like that was his
yeah,
debut. I mean, people have bad debuts all the time. People keep talking about the debut. LG was like
yeah,
way
they're
long.
talking about he tired him out.
Yeah, LG
That's
has
the
like
one fight.
that's the only like bad look that we had from Brito.
The one
I
fight.
mean,
Yeah, I don't think he looks bad, man. I think he's gonna dominate in this
I think
fight.
he's
I
gonna
could
be the
see him
better
getting it
dropper
done.
here too.
I could
Better
see him getting it
dropper.
done under
Better.
1.5. Um,
I think first round. I'm picking
Brito's
first round
lock of the
KO.
week, man.
Yep, I'm picking first round. I think it's gonna be like. I mean, Jack Shore is gonna need to just throw that jab over and over and hope he doesn't get cut clean because Brito's only gonna need touch. He's only gonna need to touch him one time, and it's gonna be over. I feel like, and I could also see Brito just taking his back and just submitting him in the first round too. I could see submission. I could see KO. Moneyline is my favorite play here. That's the only moneyline play I'm playing on this card. I got a couple of parlays, but I'm playing the Brito moneyline. Like that's my big white moneyline play. I haven't been betting moneylines are crazy. Normally, like I'll do like a couple of moneyline plays on every card, like bet a couple of fighters. But I'm just trying to pick my spots carefully now because it's been working out pretty well for
Yeah,
us.
I hear you,
There's no
man. I've
reason.
been
Like if you're
getting
confident in
my
one fighter, like
parlays
you should
have
be
not been
going
going
crazy in
well.
that fighter than betting multiple fighters out there. Like
Yeah, my parlays are not going well. You know what it is too? It's because MMA is like the main thing that I bet on. So once I see good odds on a fighter, I want to parlay him with someone else so I can get even better ones. But then it's like, dude, I gotta just see good odds and bet good odds. Don't try to parlay it with something else because it's gonna keep burning me. And that's what it
yeah,
did. I saw
the
plus
more line,
that's what happened to me
legs that
last
you
week.
probably I think the less it gets, less likely.
That's what happened to me last week. I saw Carini Silva plus 110 and Kyle Machado plus 136. I said,
Should have
let
played it
me
straight
parlay
up,
them
right? When you're
both.
getting underdog props, bro, I don't really parlay underdogs. Like the only time I parlay underdogs was like for $20 with Mahasarte, Medic, and Anama, and was one more leg in there, Denise. So that was like the only like long shot
That's a
prop,
good bet. That's a good
like
bet.
long shot parlay that I played. I only played $20 on it. I should have played more because I wasn't confident. Like when I parlay underdogs, like you're getting plus money, but obviously you want to make more money, right? You want to win a lot of units out there parlaying underdogs, but like I just play them straight up.
Yeah.
Then Diego Lopez beats Brito in a rematch. I mean, he could. I think right now Diego Lopez he might be able to defend the takedowns now, but Brito just has that compact style, bro. He's a fire hydrant. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know
like
about that
Lopez was
next
looking
comment
terrible.
though.
He was not looking
I don't
terrible on
think
the feet.
I think Brito destroys Sean Woodson. I don't know about
Yeah,
Sean Woodson beating Brito.
he knocks out Sean
He
Woodson
said
out cold. I feel like.
Anakin said Sean Woodson
I
beats
think people
Brito
forget that
after
Sean Woodson fight Luis Saldana. I think people forget that fight. They need to go
yeah.
back and watch that fight. Like Luis Saldana
Yeah.
doesn't have power like Brito, and you knocked him down like 5 times in that fight. The only reason that was a draw was because soccer kicked him later, trying to finish him. Got way too excited in that matchup. But Woodson, I think he wins the next fight next week. I think he's gonna beat that dude. Yeah,
Oh
we're
yeah,
both Brito. Brito. I'm picking first round KO. You're picking KO first round too, or I think first round.
KO
Yeah,
under a round and a half for sure. Yeah, you could bet that.
I think the money line is my favorite play here, even though it's -180. Not bad. I don't think it's wide enough. Fight ends inside the distance. I think only Brito has a finishing ability here. I don't think Jack Shore is finishing him at all. Brito by under 1.5 +145. Under 2.5 rounds -115. That's even money right now on DraftKings. That's crazy. I like the plus money side for Brito by finish. What's ITD by inside distance for Brito +110. I think that's solid. I could see him finishing above money line. I like the money line parlay too. You can bet it straight up too. Money line for Brito. That's one of my favorite plays this week. Let's see how it turns out though. I just don't. I mean, sure, it can beat some guys on 135. He should be not. I don't think he should be fighting at 145. If he went out there and handled Mir Khani in the first round, knocked him out in the first round, like submitted him, subbed him in the first round, I'd be like, okay, this guy can definitely beat some guys at 145. He probably could get some wins at 145. I just don't think it's gonna be this one. Marco Nurmagomedov was taking his back, out striking him, landing some power punches on him. Like, and if there's no way Brito gets finished, yeah, I just don't see that happening. Yeah, you think
No
Brito by
way.
submission? Yeah, Brito by submission is live. I could see him taking his back and grappling and locking
Yeah.
in the rear naked because he's very physically strong. If you can't let this guy get on your back, uh, and like I said, I know Luis Saldana almost beat him, but still, he should have beat him. He should have been a TKO stoppage. I mean that he fumbled that finish so bad, bro. He
I
fumbled
mean,
that like
yeah, Luis Saldana did beat him. We got to remember that he did beat him. The only reason why he lost was because they took a point away in that fight.
a soccer kick. Yeah,
It,
he's trying to finish him,
they
soccer
took
kick
a
him
point
twice.
away, and if they didn't take that point away, he
He
wins.
was clearly
So
winning. I mean, I had a parlay with Woodson. I was like, he's gonna be able to use his range and height, and I was happy that it was a draw because I got my money back there. So
yeah,
I
I
dodged the
mean,
bullet there.
yeah, everybody
I'm gonna
got
remember
lucky
that
for
fight
that.
forever now. Woodson, he's been looking good out there though. That Jourdain fight, Jourdain just looked terrible in that fight. I think he's gonna win next week though. I think he wins, but I'm not gonna parlay him at 2-1. I don't think it's worth parlaying him at 2-1. That Makwan Amerikani fight was a really bad look. Yeah, the only
Really
like he was
bad luck.
tired, bro. He was that gassed like in the second round. Like he had nothing left in the tank. And I've been fading Makwan Amerikani in Octagon. He's out there fighting in Octagon now. Like so we've been fading him in Octagon too. So I just with the Makwan Amerikani, he's always had cardio issues. Like he looks really good in the first round, then absolutely death gasses in the second round. He's been smoking way too much hookah out there. You seen his Tapology picture, bro? His Tapology picture is hilarious. Where's Mercani's Tapology picture? Let me see if I can pull it
Yeah,
up
with
here.
the ladies, right?
Look at this Tapology picture. Tell me it doesn't look like a fucking absolute chat in that
Dude,
Tapology picture.
crazy, right?
That's crazy. That's
The
fucking
only
hilarious.
guy in Tapology with that
Yeah, with a
profile
picture like
picture.
that.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
one of my favorite Tapology pictures out there. All right, guys, let's go. Let's move on to the next one. We're both going to Brito by finish here. All right, guys. Main card time now. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream, guys, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Yeah,
Make sure you go sub to our boy Chris Moreau. Man, he's good people's. Get him to. He's almost close to 200. So make sure you guys go drop him sub. His link is pinned in the description down below. So make sure you guys do that right now. It's only gonna take you like 10 seconds, guys. And he's making ton of content right now. So make sure you guys go drop him a sub. All right, guys. Main card
I have
time now.
you,
Let's
bro.
freaking go main card time. You want to start this one, Chris? Paul Craig taking on
Yes, sir.
Hyper Hollywood. Paul Craig is a magician,
Um,
bro. Off his back.
Paul Craig, man, Paul Craig, as they want to say, because apparently we don't say it right.
Paul Berju
But
Craig.
yeah, man, this is Kyle's fight to lose here. This is Kyle's fight to lose here, guys. Let's be honest. Paul Craig doesn't win a fight without getting into a bit of a beating, and I think we've seen that time and time again. This is Kyle's fight to lose, man. Craig has lost 3 of his last fights. He's 36 years old, and he's got that killer submission game, that's for sure. That there's one thing we cannot deny, his submission game. He's going to always be a threat, whether there's 1 second left in the fight or 1 round and he's already been 10-8 in 2 other rounds. He's still going to be a threat. So I will credit him that. I think he can submit anyone. Um
But fortunately enough, Kaio has never lost by submission. All right. And he's got good ground game himself. He's a savage grappler himself. He's taken some fights to decision that have been a little bit underwhelming. He's had some underwhelming performances, but he is always looking better. And I say that because in that Abus Magomedov fight, he didn't shoot many takedowns. He wanted to keep that fight
I
standing
was
against a
disappointed that
guy.
he couldn't finish him. He should have finished in the third round.
Yeah. And he showcased his striking against Abus, who is a striker, and I like that because he challenged himself, and Paul Craig doesn't challenge himself. He gets it done, and the only way he knows how. So
He's
more
got
ways
dangerous
to win here for
position.
Kaio. Yeah, just more ways to win here for Kaio. I think the 5-fight win streak, it's good. It's good, credible wins. He's got wins over good, decent guys. We're gonna always see an even better version out of Kaio in every fight. I really think that's what we're gonna see even in this fight. He's promising a knockout. I think he's gonna want to show that his hands are lethal and he can finish fights. He can have performances that are
Yeah,
worth
you remember that
bonuses.
Olajic fight? He's out there. I'm not finishing fights. Remember he said that later. I bet him by
Exactly.
submission
Yeah.
there. I did bet him a submission there because Olajic has no submission defense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
he
pissed off.
can
He was
win
pissed
those.
off because
He's
he
trying to
knows
get a
people are
bonus.
chirping at him, saying that he's not really a finisher.
I think he wants a bonus this week, and I'm picking Kyle. I think he gets it done by finish here. I believe that he keeps his fight standing. He can, he might get a knockout. It could go to decision as well, but he can also use his offensive wrestling if this fight goes to the ground. I trust his offensive wrestling as well. So he's never been submitted. Kyle should
Also, I think
keep
he's
the
been
fight
in
standing and
was in a
should look to
grappling
knock
matchup
him
with
out if he
Almeida,
wants
right?
to put on a performance.
Didn't he grapple
What'd you
with
say?
Almeida too? He was grappling with Almeida, right? In a grappling
Yeah,
matchup.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's got
think,
good grappling. I
like
don't
I
give him
said,
shit about beer.
if he wants to put on a good performance for Brazil and earn himself a bonus, he keeps his fight standing and he exposes Paul Craig's stand up because Paul Craig's stand up has never been that great. Everybody's talking shit about Kyle's stand up. What about Paul Craig's stand up? It's not
Yeah, his stand-up is
it's
pretty
not
mid.
anything to worry about.
Remember when he got
So
knocked out by Johnny Walker trying to get that takedown? He just wouldn't let that
exactly.
leg go. Just was trying to hump that leg forever. Like he just like I'm not letting the leg go at all.
Yeah.
Those
So,
hammer fists from
with that,
Walker.
like he doesn't win without getting a beating. And Jamal Hill, he was on his way to win that fight, but then
Ankalaev
Jamal Hill
finished. Bro, I just cannot believe that he
and
finished him by
Goliath
submission with a second to go. Like
finished
why
him
did
in the last
Ankalaev
few seconds.
why did Ankalaev tap? Like he should have just not tapped there.
Dude, his coaches were not screaming loud enough. I don't know. I don't get it.
There's like a second to go, and I had Ankalaev in a parlay, and I was like, bro, I could not believe it. I still
Damn.
can't believe it that he like it was like a minus 400 parlay. Like
I
it
can't
was in
believe
like
isn't that his only loss in the UFC, Ankalaev's?
I think so, yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Like
But
Ankalaev has been dropped before. He got dropped by I think he's been dropped before, but it's never really been no one's really beat him in the UFC before. I think Thiago Santos
crazy.
dropped him, right? Didn't Thiago Santos drop him before? I think he dropped Ankalaev
I wouldn't
before.
be surprised.
But yeah, I'm
I
gonna go with
wouldn't be
Kyle too.
surprised.
I don't know if he's gonna get a finish though. I was leaning decision. He's been saying that he wants to get a KO. I'm gonna pick him by KO. Hopefully, he goes out there gets a KO. I'm not betting the KO though, because I've been burnt on. The only time I cast a ticket by finish was that Michel Olajic fight where he got the submission eventually in the second on. I had him by submission. I had Rodolfo Vieira by submission on that card, and that was a big ticket. I only had like I think I had like $50 on that ticket, and I cast like nice long chat. I don't play tickets. I don't do prop parlays like that. I should, but that was a really good card for me there. That I was happy that he got the submission there, but that's his only finish right in the UFC. I think that's his only finish in the UFC right now.
Yeah.
He was close to finishing Abu Magomedov too in the third round. He almost knocked him out, but he just couldn't. Like he just doesn't have that finishing. Like once he like Abu Magomedov was tired, he was hurt, and he just couldn't finish him. I had him by third round submission, like third round TKO, no third round finish overall, and he just couldn't finish him. I was disappointed, but yeah, I think Kyle's gonna win. I think he's a good parlay piece, even at this line, because
Yeah.
Paul Craig needs a Hail Mary submission.
Even at this line. I still respect these lines for Kyle because I truly think that it's a one-sided fight. I think it's a
Even minus
one-sided
600,
fight.
I don't think it's bad because I don't think I think his jiu-jitsu is really solid. I think he's got better grappling than Paul Craig. Paul Craig has nice submission though. He'll like look for Hail Mary submission. That's his only path to victory with the submission. I think Kyle is gonna go out there and clearly dominate this fight. But what I will say about Paul Craig is a former light heavyweight, so he's fought some big guys out there. But I don't think he's got any striking. He's not gonna knock out Kyle Berhalio. He's not gonna like take
No,
him down. Like he's gonna be on his back, losing minutes. Every minute that goes by, he's gonna be losing the fight. And I think Kyle Berhalio is gonna be able to. Hopefully, he doesn't grapple. Like, why should Kyle? Like, he should not grapple here. What do you think? He should not
no.
grapple here, right?
If you
Don't
Yeah,
grapple with
like
this
I said,
dude.
if he wants to
Like,
put on a
hopefully, he doesn't grapple.
performance, he gets a knockout and
Like
he keeps it
sometimes these
standing.
guys they want to go out there prove a point. They're like, let me just grapple this. Let me prove to you guys that I can grapple this guy. So like, hopefully we don't see that from Kyle. He's gonna be the way better striker. Like he's way more technical on the feed. I don't think he's got crazy power, but he's way more technical on the feed. Kyle by like, you think TKO stoppage, or you think he's gonna knock him out cold? Maybe ground and pound. His ground and pound's not really crazy though.
I think he can club and sub him. I think he can club and sub him.
I still like
Or
it could go the distance too. So I'm not really crazy confident in the finish though. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna pick him by KO,
I,
but I'm not really crazy confident. And he's been saying that he wants to get a KO. So Paul
yeah.
Craig is, I mean, he's a tough dude.
Andrew's
Paul Craig is a tough dude though. He's really gonna have to
Andrew's
put it on him to
asking
finish him. Yeah, I think
or nah, yeah. Andrew was saying in
yeah,
the
go ahead.
chat is what is the number and he's overrated or underrated, Chris? What is he? What's the number? You saying what's the line on Kaio? I think he's like a minus 600,
He's like
and
6 to 1. He's supposed to win.
I don't think
Yes. He's
I
like
don't think Kaio's overrated.
Kyle's good. He's
I
just
wouldn't
not
say
that
Kaio's
exciting anymore.
overrated.
People
Yeah, I
don't
think
really find his
he's on a
fighting style
respectable
exciting.
five-fight winning streak,
He's beating
and
some good
you know,
competition out there too. Abu Smagomedov, danger striker, way better striker
yeah,
than Paul Craig level. I think he would knock out Paul Craig probably in the first round. To be honest,
yeah,
probably with the head kick. Remember what he did to Stoltzfus? Like I knew about Abu Smagomedov. Like he was actually got his KO at plus 150 there over Stoltzfus. It's crazy that Stoltzfus like lost him some money. He like Soriano. Oh my goodness, Stoltzfus. That was crazy. That he actually sub Soriano. Soriano should be not be fighting in the UFC anymore. Is he still in the UFC? San
he's fighting
Soriano. I think his name is Sean
Miguel
Soriano.
Baejas. Oh well,
Baez is
no.
gonna
I
kill him.
don't
He's
think
gonna
you're
kill
talking
him.
about.
He's gonna start him. Baez hasn't fought in so long, so I don't really know. Like that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, anyways, man. So we're both going with Kaio. I'm gonna go by. You're both going by KO too. KO for Kaio. I think you should get the
KO
KO. You
for
should get the
Kaio. Let's
finish here. I
go.
mean, Paul Craig's only gone this
That's got a
one time,
nice
and that was
ring to it.
the Uzmir fight, right? He went to this with Uzmir. Paul Craig, I think. He lost the fight by decision in that. His striking was looking terrible in that Uzmir fight, but I think Kai's gonna be way more technical than Uzmir. I don't think he's got power like Uzmir, but I think he's gonna be way more technical. But still like that
Yeah,
line.
I don't.
Minus, I think it's probably one of the better parlay pieces on this card at this line. I think it's way better. You can trust this Kaya Berhalio to go out there fight a smart game plan than Bon Fame, to be honest with you guys. And the line's very
Yeah,
similar, right?
I
Bon
think.
Fame minus 550. Kaya's a way better parlay piece
Yeah,
at this line.
yeah, I think it's a one-sided fight for sure. I didn't say Kyle was overrated. By the way, I say he's underrated. Well, I don't think he's underrated either. But I wouldn't say he's overrated. That's for sure.
People
I
just
think he's
don't
a
the
good
casuals don't
fighter,
really know much about Kyle, I feel
respectable.
like.
People just
He's flying
they
under the radar.
clown on him. They clown on him because he doesn't get finishes, but he's gonna turn that around as he improves in the cage. And he's super young as well. He's not 16 fights into your career. That's not anything crazy. And five of those, a good amount of those are already in the UFC now. So I
Yo,
think
Kid Brown, I agree
he's
with you
heading to
there.
the right
Kid Brown
direction.
said, I actually think if Paul made it to the second round against Abus, he would have got the finish there. To be honest, as crazy as it sounds, that does not sound crazy at all, bro. Now that I think about it, Abus has no cardio. Like if he just survives the first round and a half, they might be able to catch him in a submission. Because Abus has no cardio past the first round and a half, so that does not sound that crazy. Abus Magomed, he's fighting someone. Right? Abus Magomed has a fight coming up too. Who's he fighting? Do you know who
Abusi's
he's fighting?
fighting Warley Alves.
Yeah, he's gonna start Rolly. I was in the first round. Rolly's not that. Doesn't
It's
have best
crazy,
cardio.
dude. I
Doesn't
don't
have
know
good.
why they make
Both
these
guys that
fights.
don't have good cardio, they're fighting each other.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a first round finish. I feel like that should be a first round finish.
he should.
But I'm not gonna bet on him. I'm not
I
betting
think a
on him
war.
there.
I think Warley should be at 170,
What's the line?
but
Have you seen the
it is
line yet
what it is.
on that one? How big of a
No,
favorite is
I'm
he?
not too sure about that. I don't know
He's
about the
probably gonna be like
lines yet.
minus 250, minus 200. And he said, I'm not picking Craig here. I just can't believe Kaio didn't finish Abus. Yeah, bro, I had a third on. It was plus 800, I think, third on finish for Abus, for Kaio, because people knew that Abus gasses out, right? So it wasn't like crazy. It should have been plus 2,000 because like Kaio doesn't really finish anyone, right? So it should have been like plus 2,000. But so it was
Right.
like plus 800. So I played like $25 on it. I don't like run props. I don't put a lot of money on it. There's people out there that bet hundreds of dollars on run props. Probably not bad if you're really confident. But he should have finished him. I mean, I would have made $200 there if he just finished him there. But I mean, he was close to. He knocked him down, right? He was like almost had him hurt, and I was
Yeah.
so tired. Then he just like really didn't put the finish together. I think he's gonna. He should go out there, finish Paul Craig out there, but you never know, man. You never know. Like I think just take him as a parlay piece. Even minus 600, I think is a better parlay than even Petrino. To be honest with you guys, I think he's a better parlay than even Petrino at this line. They're very similar. The
Yeah.
money lines are
Me too.
similar here.
Me
All
too,
right, we're
man.
both going with Kyle. Hopefully, he goes out there gets a KO. I'm hoping that he gets a KO here. Up next, we have Michelle Pereira taking on Ian Herpeteria. Ian Herpeteria's second fight at middleweight here. Michelle Pereira's third fight at 185. So both these guys, it's crazy that Michelle Pereira was 170 fighting at 170. Herpeteria was fighting at 205. It's crazy. I mean, never thought would see this matchup, right? But Herpeteria, bro, look at that hair, bro. How can you not like the hair, bro? Diego Lopez hair. That's like that's the
Yeah,
hair.
he's
If
going for the.
bro,
He's got the
maybe I should
Lopez
go get
theme,
that
right?
haircut. Maybe that's the haircut that makes sense for me next. Pateria hair, bro. Look
The
at that fucking hairstyle. Like, yeah. So Michelle Pereira, he's gonna be the better grappler. I think he's gonna be the better striker. He's gonna be much quicker. I think he's got better cardio, which is crazy. I think he's got better cardio than Pateria here too. So where does Pateria win this fight? I mean, maybe Pateria by decision. You can maybe like just like survive
dude, I
the
don't
storm. I
see a
just
way.
don't think he's gonna survive. I just don't think he's
I
gonna
don't
survive the
see a
early
way,
storm.
bro. He's
I
got a
think it's gonna be a
puncher's
first
chance.
kill for Pereira. I think the body kicks from Pereira, like he's gonna be way quicker, way better on the feet. And like I should, I'm kicking myself not playing the submission for Michelle Pereira. I played his money line, right, when he fought Michelle Olajic. I picked him by submission, and then I didn't play the submission. It was plus 650 for Michelle Pereira by submission or Olajic, who gets club and subbed all the time. That's the only way Michelle Olajic gets finished, right? If you gotta go like really catch him in a submission, because you can't like you can throw some ground and pound. He's just not gonna finish him with ground and pound. And like the
Yeah.
way he's been finishing these guys at 185, bro, like it's been absolutely crazy. Like he's been running through these guys. I mean, finish over Petrosky hasn't really been aging well. Petrosky just got knocked out with the hip. Who was it? Was it who's the guy that knocked him out with his hip? Um, that Australian guy, or Aussie, right? That Aussie guy. I can't remember his name right now, but
Which
he got
one?
knocked like Andre Petrosky. He got knocked out by that guy.
Oh, Michelle Pineda. Oh, Andre
He got
Petrosky got
knocked out by
knocked out
Michelle Pereira.
by Jacob
Recently, he got
Malkoun.
knocked out by
Jacob
what's his name?
Malkoun.
Mojo Makun, yeah. Yeah, that's still impressive though. I mean, just the way he knocked
The
him out
hip
was
check.
impressive. The hip KO, yeah. That was first time I've seen that happen.
What the heck was that, dude? Crazy,
Yeah, I'm going with
right?
Michelle Pereira first round KO. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna need to get a submission here. I think he's gonna be a. I think he's gonna put it on E for Turkey in the first round. Turkey's tough though. He's not like he doesn't have a bad chin. It just I think Pereira's gonna be landing a lot of shots, body kicks, head kicks even. Like this guy's his striking is clean. He's gonna be way quicker, way better fight IQ, and I think Michelle Pereira's gonna run through him in the first round. I think for
Yep.
sure Pereira has
We're on the
better
same
cardio,
page,
which is
man.
crazy. Like that's the only way that he's lost, right? He lost by like just throwing crazy.
Yeah.
He's not like crazy out there anymore. He's actually like more
I think
patient
he's
now.
toned that down. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you
He's
think?
toned that
Who
down.
you taking here?
We're on the same page, man. First round, Michelle should make this one look easy. Uh I say that because 7-fight win streak, two of those up in middleweight. And Petrosky, I think the Petrosky one was on short notice, but Mikhail Oleksiejczuk is a tough fighter, and he finished him in the first round. That guy
Yeah, it
is
ended
very
like a minute. It was
durable.
like 30 seconds, I think.
He's durable as well. Like I remember Mikhail
He was minus
Oleksiejczuk
140,
being
bro. He
very
was minus
durable.
140 there. Minus 140 over
Yeah.
Olachich. Now he's not. You're not gonna
So
get him at minus 140 anymore.
he's running through these guys. Like you said, he's toned down all the crazy stuff, and I think his jump to 185 is actually saving his cardio issues because
Yeah, he's not
Cutting those
training
extra
anymore.
15 pounds for a big guy like this, because we know Michel Pereira is huge. All right, Michel Pereira is huge for 185. He was definitely it was hard for him to make 170. I think cutting those extra 15 pounds is what was causing the stamina issues. And now that he doesn't have to do that, he's looking a lot better in those later rounds, in my opinion. So I think Michelle gets this one done. He's the better fighter everywhere, in my opinion, right now. Just it's really hard for Ehor to get this one done because even in that fight against Robert Bischek, he just was low output,
Brishik
popping a
is
jab.
terrible.
He wasn't doing much.
I think Brishik, he was clearly on the juice over there in Arkin,
It
right?
was a very
He
amateur
probably,
fight
he probably
from what
couldn't
I
do so
saw.
much in the for his UFC debut.
Yeah, I thought it was a very amateur fight out of those two, and Michel Pereira is not amateur,
They went
man.
the
He
distance
is
too. People had
very
parlays with
experienced.
under 2.5, under 1.5, and they went the distance. I just stayed away from betting that
Yeah,
fight. I was like, I don't know what's
Michel
gonna happen
Pereira
there.
he's not an amateur. He's experienced. He's
But
he's been
Turia
in there
by
with
this,
guys like
I mean,
Nico Price.
probably not bad. If you
Yeah,
like the underdog with
Potier.
Turia, by this is nothing.
I get that's it's gonna be hard to convince me that Potier could win 2 rounds though. I just don't see a way. I mean, I don't I also don't think that Michel Pereira justifies like a -600 line.
Yeah, crazy line though, but he's been.
I think
I
that's a
mean,
crazy
it makes
line,
sense though. He's been running through these guys.
but he has like we said, he's been running through the guys.
He's
So
been making it
and,
look easy out
and
there.
Igor hasn't, I mean, what's his best win? Shogun? You
If
know
he
what I
didn't
mean?
run
So
through all of Jiu the way he did, bro, in the first minute, like I think he'd not. He'd be like -200 a year, minus two
yeah,
hundred
it
if that
would be
fight didn't
closer
happen.
odds
Because it was minus one
for
forty.
sure.
I parlayed him with Gamrod in that fight because it was like minus 140 there. Absolutely unreal. I got him in a parlay with the close, Jakar close. I think they're both gonna win. It's like minus 108. It's not plus money, but you're getting a good number on it.
Dude,
You're probably not gonna
Colostrum,
get. You're probably not gonna get. It's probably gonna be like minus 130, minus 140 now because line got even more steamed. This is like minus 400.
yeah.
Because his line's been getting steamed even more the last like 24 hours, last 30 hours. I mean, you think he's a good
He said
parlay piece? I like him by round one and round two minus 200. I think that's even a better parlay piece than
I would,
in the money line.
yeah, I would bet the round one or the
Round
round
two,
two
finish him. It's not even KO alone.
instead
It's
of
finish. You can
instead
get a
of
club and
parlaying
either.
him because you're not gonna get much out of parlaying him. He's already a -600 now, so I mean, I don't know, but I do think parlaying him is also a good idea but
I don't think
instead
he's
of
gonna go to this
a
though.
straight bet, you shouldn't straight bet -600 Michel Pereira.
Did they really train
So,
together in Nate Brown? I didn't know that. I had no clue they trained
oh,
together.
they trained together. Wow, I
I
didn't know.
mean,
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Pereira's gotten way better since probably training with him before. Michel Pereira getting Bo Nickel odds here, yeah. At least he's been going out there finishing fights in the first round. Right, Bo Nickel cost me the under 1.5 in a parlay there. I had under 1.5 and I had under. I'm happy that I went to under 2.5 rounds, but under 1.5 killed a couple of my parlays there on 300. He couldn't finish Brundis in the first round, like under 1.5 rounds. Like he wasn't looking good out there either, right? Bo Nickel, like at least Pearl's been going out there searching these guys early.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
looking like a minus like 2,500 out there. He's the guy that deserves to be minus 2,500, not Bo Nickel. Right? Like at least he's out there doing his job out there, right? What's gonna Andrew? Andrew
You're
said,
right.
Tai, are you already with me? I think Tai is good, bro. Used to be good. Yeah, he's getting. He's not getting as chalky as a Bonico, but Bonico was like minus 2,800. I think it was absolutely crazy. And he fought like a minus 600 out there, like Bonico. Like as a minus
Yeah.
2,800, he used to be going out there getting a first stoppage in the first like 2 minutes. Yeah, Brundis, I was throwing him off, bro. So someone that can out grapple, Bonico like has good grappling and defend his takedowns. I think they're gonna get Bonico some trouble. I mean, Joe Pyfer wants that fight, right? I really want to see him fight Joe Pyfer. I think that would have been a good for both to see where Bonico's really at. But yeah, we're both going with
That
Pereira
would be
here. I'm going
dope.
for KO. Yeah, what's the KO for Michel Pereira here? Michel Pereira by KO.
It's probably minus odds already.
Inside this is minus
Yeah.
280. I think it ends. I think that's a. I'm gonna just parlay the money line. If you're gonna parlay inside the distance, I mean, something crazy can happen. Just to go the distance, he wins by decision, and Pereira
Yeah.
just takes the beating. You never know. If you're gonna like, there's no reason to parlay it into ITD at minus 300. you might as well take the money line and make a couple dollars less. I mean, then Pereira by KO. I think the KO is super live, -145. I mean, you could get a submission too. We've seen him go out to get a submission, right? Submission line was -300 now. It was -650 over Olajic. I don't think he's gonna get a submission. I think it's gonna be a KO though. The KO is more likely than a submission. You could get either one of them. He can do it all. So both are alive. Both method of victory alive here. Up next, we got Anthony Lionheart Smith taking on Vitor Petrino. Bro, you want to start this one? Vitor Petrino.
Let's do this, man.
I've been kind of
Undefeated.
Go ahead.
Undefeated Vitor Petrino, man. This dude, Vitor Petrino, he was able to get it done in his last one against Tyson Pedro, but he got it done by decision. So this is another guy like Caio Borralho. We feel like he should be getting finishes, and he's having some underwhelming performances. But regardless, the guy has a get a win approach, and I like that out of him because he knows. I think he knows that, you know, when the fight's not going well for him, he has a second route. He knows, all right, like, you know, I dropped the first round, I got to come back and get the second and the third, because that type of fight IQ from a guy who's only 11-0 is super impressive. You know, I think he understood that in the striking, you know, it was going to be a challenge to try to stay standing with a guy like Tyson Pedro. So he took him down like he should and used his grappling. Could he have gotten a submission? I don't know. I think he's definitely improving his submission game, but he's very green in terms of, like,
he's only 26, right? 26 for that heavyweight.
Yeah, he's green on. I don't think he's extremely good at anything. I think he's very well rounded. He's decent at everything, you know. So that gets him the wins, you know. And the grappling is starting to get better and better. We know that Anthony Smith has a 47% takedown defense. We know that he accepts being on his back, and Vitor Petrino is one of the biggest 205ers that are in that weight class right now. So once he gets a hold of you, once he's on top control, he is a problem. He can lay on you for all 5 minutes. And I just think Anthony Smith is just a shell of his former self. You know, he hasn't fought.
He hasn't looked good in a while.
Even he hasn't brought that killer mentality, you know,
in the rematch.
He hasn't brought that get a finish mentality, or I'm going to, like, knock this dude out mentality in a long time. I haven't seen that energy out of him in a long time. And, you know, this whole thing that he's trying to create this narrative that Petrino thinks he's a layup or whatever, like, he's literally building that all up in his own head. Petrino has nothing but respect for this guy. And I don't know. He has to create these narratives.
Didn't have the left hook, didn't have the power, had no arms, no legs. He beats him.
Yeah, dude. This guy, maybe there's CTE. We should be having CTE conversations, but I'm not gonna be disrespectful. You know, it is what it is. He's
fought everyone in top 10, so I'm not going crazy in Vitor Petrino in every parlay. Like, I only have him in a long shot parlay because the line's crazy. Like, he should have finished Tyson Pedro, or like he's been finishing guys like Modestas Bukauskas and guys like what the other guy he finished him as submission. I can't remember his name anymore. He's been finishing these absolute like cans. Like,
he finished Rodolfo Bellato too, right?
Yeah, Rodolfo Bellato is like, I think he's kind of overrated too. He's tough though. He's really tough. That's his only, like, I mean, he should have got finished by Peteria. Like, Peteria, like, I don't know how Peteria didn't finish him. That they would have, some referees probably would have stopped the fight there. Yeah, Peteria is a terrible guy, so finishing him by one punch KO is impressive. And he finished him twice, right? He finished him in LFA before too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still, I mean, good win over. I think if he knocks on Smith, I think he's going to be ground and pound stop. I could see that happening here because Smith's been taking a lot of damage. Like, I remember a lot of people were on that Smith side when they're betting against Roundtree, and I sprinkled Smith by submission round 1, and I was like, that's going to be his path to victory, and he just doesn't go out there grapple. If he grapples here, he's not going to get the takedowns, and if he strikes here, Petrino has a better chin, hasn't taken damage, has a fresher chin. Fight IQ, I mean, who's got better fight IQ than Petrino? But Smith has all the experience though, so
yeah.
Like, Smith win, I mean, it's a MMA fight, right? He's a top 10 ranked guy. I mean, hasn't been looking good out there. I mean, that Span fight, I bet Ryan Spann in that fight, and I told myself I'm never betting Ryan Spann again. And I thank God I didn't bet in that fight with the Goose Cub. And yes, the Spann fight. Even though I think Spann still won the fight, I think he should have won. But he just let Smith fight his way into that fight because he almost finished. Spann almost finished him in the first round with a ground and pound. Smith is tough though, so this could go. I think
And
this
he
could go
didn't really win
later
that.
round.
You know, I don't think he won that.
I don't think he
You
won that
thought he
either.
won that? Yeah,
No,
yeah. That's what I
it
said
looks
in my
like a
picks
better
video
first
last
round
week.
fight, but I don't think he won the fight. He won the first
Too
fight
bad
with
Ryan.
what
Too
second
bad
fight?
Ryan Spann is trash, dude.
Yeah, Spann should be not be fighting in the UFC anymore.
I hope
He's
you know who I
horrible.
hope Ryan Spann fights next. Ebo Aslan.
Yeah, they might do that. They
That would
might do
be
that. They might really do
that would
that.
be the fight to watch right there. I hope
Ibu,
he just
Ibu,
puts
I
him
would
out.
hammer Ibu Aslan in that spot because I don't think
Yeah,
Spann is knocking him out. Ibu has a decent chin on him.
I want to see
You're
that
both gonna
fight.
go with Petrino, right? I'm gonna take Petrino by KO, but I think the KO is a good spot here
By
for Petrino
KO,
because I don't see him submitting. I don't think he's
I
gonna
like
submit him.
Petrino by KO.
I don't like
I
Smith
hope
has
Kyle and Petrino
better
both get a
grappling. I feel
knockout.
like. Yeah, he trains at Factory X. Yeah. He trains at Factory X. Doesn't have the leg kicks like Factory X
Do I
guys.
need to say anymore?
Smith
Nah,
title
that's
runs
funny.
first. Now, I mean, if he goes out there and like finishes Victor Petrino, I'll be shocked. Like, I
Uh,
mean, can it happen? It's a fight, but I don't think he's gonna be able to submit him or like he's not winning a distance in Brazil. Damn,
yeah,
I just saw Matt Brown retired. Did he
these
really retire? I
Factory
mean,
X guys are
good
not
for Matt
doing
Brown
well, huh?
retiring. Good on Matt Brown. He retired with a win. Like that's good for him. He finished McGee, right? I think he finished McGee out there by a knockout. That's good for Matt Brown retiring, bro. Like, why keep fighting, right? Like, he's not gonna become a champion anymore. Like, he's like 40 something years old. Why keep fighting? Like, but he still, I mean, still had it. I mean, Matt Brown still had it. It's not like he was completely lost or anything. He was still looking good out there, getting knockouts. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good that he retired. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Petrino by KO, but I don't really like. I'm not playing the KO here. Like, I think the KO is live, but I mean, I told people to bet the KO. I don't know. I just like when you lose money on a KO
I
prop
think the
and you want
KO
to
is
bet
live as
again.
well.
I think KO should be live here, but
I agree with you, man. I think the
Tyson
KO
Fury
is live.
retired after that fight. He should have finished him there. Just didn't have any urgency to finish in that fight. He just had
Yeah,
no
but
urgency.
he has that get a win approach, you know,
In
like
Brazil,
you
I think
said.
you should look for a finish. You got a KO, sick KO, right? Left hook check, left hook KO in Brazil,
Yeah,
like over Modestas Bukauskas, and yeah,
but I think it was because Modestas was actually trying to
Modestas
fight him. He was actually trying
yeah.
to put it on him, but then Petrino caught him, you know. And I think if Anthony Smith comes forward and tries to be the more aggressive guy, I think Petrino can knock him out
I mean, I could see
for
Petrino
sure.
just taking him down over and over, just winning a
Or
dominant.
Petrino taking him down over and over. Yeah, that's
Because I don't think he's gonna finish him with the ground and pound. Because Smith has decent jiu-jitsu, nice control. I don't know. So I like Petrino, like Moneyline. I like Kyle Moneyline more as a parlay piece than Petrino, but Petrino should definitely win. But this is a top 10 ranked guy that he's fighting. He's not fighting guys like Modestas Bukauskas or guys like that other guy that I can't remember. What's his name? What's that guy's name that he fought? The guy that beat Devin Clark recently, Marcin Praknio. Yeah, Marcin Praknio. That dude's horrible. Still got a win recently, so not that win's not looking bad anymore. Turkali, he should have finished Turkali, but he was trying to show his wrestling's takedowns there in that fight. Finished Rodolfo Bellator right
yeah.
twice, so either way, this is a step up in competition. But Smith's like he's catching Smith at the right time now, so Smith's been like not really been
For
hasn't
sure.
really been looking good out there, and he doesn't look good on the scales either. Did you see him on the scales? He wasn't looking good on the scales either.
Yeah, dude. Because he's not a 205. He's a 185er, you know, and that's what he used to fight at. But he just doesn't want to cut that no more, you know. And it is what it is.
He's been
an
drinking
old,
too much,
he's up
right?
there in age.
You ever watch that Michael Bisping podcast? He's always drinking, has a drink in his hands, and every time I see him,
Oh,
I
well,
don't even
look
know if
at
he's
that.
training or
That's how
he's saying.
serious he takes.
You know, he's been saying that he feels bad for his training partners because he's an absolute killer. Yo, he's an absolute killer that he feels bad for his training partners.
No, he's got jokes. He's got jokes. That's one thing.
Do you think he really believes that stuff? I mean, he's a UFC fighter, so he probably does.
Nah,
I mean,
he
he's not
said
a
that.
bad fighter. Like, I'm not even like hating on Anthony Smith. I don't like hate Anthony Smith. It's just
Yeah,
stuff that he talks about is just crazy. It's just crazy sometimes. If he goes out there gets a
yeah.
win, bro, like we're never gonna hear the end of this end of Anthony Smith.
Nah,
Then if he goes out there gets a win here,
and that'll be the last person that he beats as well.
he's
Because I
not
don't
beating
see him beating anyone.
Petrino.
But yeah, I don't
Honestly,
even see him beating him.
Smith plus 350. There's people out there putting crazy money on Smith here too. The line's bouncing back now, so I think it should be like minus 250 here for Petrino, in my opinion. He's still a top 10 ranked guy over Smith, who's fought everyone. Should win. Petrino should win by KO. KO is like plus 110, plus 110, plus 115. KO. KO for Petrino is um plus 100 now, so it's not plus 120 anymore. Plus 110. Yeah, I think the KO. I like the KO. I don't think he's gonna submit him. All right, guys, the co-main event time now. I mean, we've been here for a minute. Holy shit, time's been going by quick. We got fights starting in like less than an hour. We got Jose Aldo taking on Jonathan Martinez.
Gotta wrap these two up.
Yeah, I like this one. I'm not really sure about, bro. I have no bets on the next two fights. I don't have any money on this one. I don't have any money on the main event. I'm gonna pick
Yep.
Martinez because he's a young up and comer. But Jose Aldo fighting in Rio de Janeiro. Martinez got leg kicks, and Jose Aldo was known for those leg kicks back in the WC days, back in the early UFC days. So I'm gonna go with the younger guy, the fresher guy, the guy that still wasn't just retired.
Yeah.
And he's been out there fighting recently. I'm gonna go Martinez by decision. I don't think he's finishing Jose Aldo. Those leg kicks are not gonna be
Okay.
enough to Jose Aldo. I'm gonna pass though. I got so much respect for Jose Aldo that I'm not gonna bet against him here. And that Merab Dolsoli fight, he really didn't lose any stock in that fight. He just got held up defending takedowns. Like he defended like 30 takedowns in that fight. Every takedown that
Yeah.
he did, Merab couldn't get a single takedown there. But I'm gonna go Jonathan Martinez by decision. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, man. I am on the same boat as you with these next two fights. I don't have any bets on the co-main or main event. I respect the hell out of both of these two, but I think they got some tough fights. I think Steve Erceg is a tough fight, and I think Jose Aldo is still a tough fight, despite him being 37 years old. You know, you
Yeah.
know, he
Well,
is 37.
yeah, he's 37 though, but
He hasn't trained fighting. I know he's been boxing, but he hasn't boxed in 10 months. So it's about a year layoff for him in terms of fighting.
Who do you
About
fight in
2 year
boxing? Did you fight
layoff.
Jeremy Stevens in boxing?
No, I think he just fought these two, honestly, two scrubs. Two scrubs in box. They
This is-
they
this
didn't they
is-
didn't they didn't have good records.
I swear he fought Jeremy
And
Stevens. Or yeah, he did fight Jeremy Stevens to a draw. He should
yeah,
not
yeah,
be
that's
fighting
the
Jeremy Stevens to a draw at this point. I mean, not bad. I mean, he's got 2 wins though, but at
yeah, those two wins that he has are complete bums, those two guys. So,
least he's staying active though. At least he's staying out there.
like I just think Jose Aldo, I credit that to him though, because I think he's been working on his boxing, and that's really good. And that's a really good improvement out of him. But we've always known how well rounded he is. We've always known how much of a threat he is if you keep the fight standing. Watching the tape back, I was seeing Rob Font having a lot of success.
Alfon was winning the early rounds, bro. He was winning the
Rob
early
Font was
rounds.
having a lot of success against Jose Aldo up until he gets hit. When Jose Aldo returns, you can tell that there was a power difference. But in terms of volume, I thought Rob Font was catching Jose Aldo early and often. So if
Font does have
Jonathan
better boxing
Martinez,
than Martinez though. Doesn't he have better boxing than
for
Martinez?
sure, he's much better boxing than Martinez, and that's what worries me the most. I think Jonathan Martinez is leg kick heavy, and I mentioned that in my picks video
Doesn't have a
that
backup
he
plan.
has
He doesn't have a backup
he
plan.
has
No
good
rest of
hands. He
the
does have good hands, but it's when he decides to use them. I think he needs to use them a lot more if he plans on beating these top 10 guys, top 5 guys. And he's got really good elbows in the clinch. He's got really good elbows like when he's fighting in close in the pocket. And I just need him to let his hands go a little more, because we can't count on him getting a leg kick finish over the leg kick king Jose Aldo. You know what I mean? So
that'd be depressing.
that would be crazy. I think it's super hard call, but
Jose Aldo
I'm
was
with you,
known
man.
as a king of leg kicks back in the WC days. He's dropped
Yeah,
stopped a couple of guys with those leg kicks. I mean,
yeah,
Uriah Faber's leg was completely like, bro, he couldn't even walk. His leg was
yeah. And
completely
then
frozen.
Jonathan Martinez, he is southpaw, so it's gonna make it a little bit harder for Jose Aldo. But Jose Aldo's very experienced with these kicks, man. He knows how to inside check a leg kick. So I'm not I think that Martinez is gonna have to let the hands go, but I think he is gonna let the hands go. And I'm picking Martinez to get this one done as well. So we're on the same boat here.
Like
Jonathan
I'm not
Martinez by
confident at all, bro.
decision.
I'm
But if
like
you
I would
are
lean
gonna
like
bet,
40,
I think you are
maybe like
gonna if you are gonna
5%
bet,
money.
it's dog or pass. If you are gonna
Yeah,
bet this
no
fight.
reason to be laying chalk and Martinez, even though he's younger, which is why I'm gonna pick him here. Like, but in Brazil, he's gonna need to do enough out there.
Yeah, he's
He's
got
gonna be
enough to
much
deal
quicker,
with.
right? He's gonna be much quicker, much younger.
Right,
He's still like getting better. Jose Aldo
right.
just trying to maintain right now. He could maintain. Jose Aldo has better boxing, so I could see Jose Aldo getting this done. But I'm gonna go with the guy that's more hungry right now, and he's got like kids to feed right now. So Martinez
Yeah.
needs that money, bro. He needs that. He needs that bag. I'm gonna go Martinez, but I'm not putting money on him at all. Like people that got him
Yeah,
at
we
minus
got
115, minus 120, I think that's a great line. If you got him even money, but the train's missed now. I think what's he right now? Sitting at Martinez is sitting at minus 140. So the line's not crazy, but I'm not betting against Jose Aldo in Brazil,
I'm
bro.
not
No
betting
way.
minus 140, yeah. Especially in
I didn't bet
Rio.
Maradosoli either. I just stayed away from that one. I was thinking about the over 2.5, then I wasn't even sure. I was like, he might knock out Maradosoli on the feet,
Yeah.
but he just didn't have any chance to throw anything out there. This is a different matchup though. This is a guy that's going to be striking with him on the feet clearly. And he's not going to be out there trying to take him down over and over. I mean, could he be working on the takedowns? I mean, maybe, but even then, it's not going to be. He's not going to get a takedown here. Like, what's the takedown line on here? I'm sure people are betting the under right on the takedown line. Do they have takedown? Yeah,
Um, I'm not
Martinez
sure.
under half a takedown minus 310. Okay, I had a feeling they're gonna be the line is gonna be chalky because he doesn't really attempt takedowns. I mean, could he attempt takedowns out there? Even then, if you attempt takedowns, he's not gonna get takedowns out there. I just don't see it happening. Do you like any props for this one? I don't really like anything, bro. It's dog
Nah,
or pass for
I'm
betting
not.
this
I
one.
got no bets. Yeah, it's dog or pass for me, like
I'm
you
gonna
said.
pass. I'll pass. Like, but I know Cobra MMA, Cobra Beast has bets on Jose Aldo, right? Do you, Cobra, did you really
Yeah.
bet $500 on Paul Craig? Please tell me you didn't bet $500 on Paul Craig. You should have just donated
No
that money to charity,
way.
bro. That'd
No
be better
way.
than. I mean, that's his
You know
path to
Maddie
victory, bro. That's
bets?
the money line. So if you're
You
betting Paul
saw
Craig, like that's his path to victory with the submission, like Hail Mary submission. I
you
just
saw
don't see
Maddie
that.
bets put like $1,000 for him to
5K, he put
win by
5K.
knockout.
He put 5K
Oh, 5K. 5K. There
on
you go.
Paul Craig.
Crazy.
He's got money though. If you got money
Crazy.
like that, I mean, he's probably not even like sweating.
Yeah, he's gonna eat a leg kick from Gilbert Burns, that's for sure.
Gilbert Burns, I
So
like Gilbert Burns, man. He's a funny dude. That's the only reason I watch that show sometimes because of Gilbert Burns and Money McConnell.
and Moicano. Yeah, I don't watch
Uh,
it much for
yeah.
Moicano is the star of the show.
What do you guys think about the over 2.5 in that one? I think it goes over 2.5, but I'm not really betting it over 2.5 rounds. Um,
I think this
minus
fight does go
250.
to decision, so that might be a good bet.
Yeah, I should go the distance, but you never
If you
know.
are looking for a bet, that would probably be
I think it
something.
goes
That would
over
probably
2.
be the safest bet, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Over two
fight
and a
goes the
half.
distance. Fight goes the distance minus 180. I like the over 2.5 as a parlay piece more than even the fight goes the distance.
Yeah,
I think that's a better parlay piece. You're still gonna get 2 minutes. You're not gonna have to sweat it for the next 2.5 minutes. But I think this is gonna go. There's no way I see Martinez just stopping with leg kicks. I mean,
right.
Jose Aldo has nice checks he'll check those leg kicks. All right, guys, main event time now. Let's freaking go, guys. Before we get into the main event, make sure you guys drop our boy Chris a sub, man, on the channel. His channel is linked in the description right now. So make sure you guys drop him a sub. I appreciate your time, brother, hanging out with us, breaking the fights. Now
Nah,
let's go
man.
main
Thank
event
you,
time
man.
now. It's good having you, bro. All right, Alexander Pentosa. I keep calling Alexander Pentosa. Alessandro Pentosa taking on Steve Ursay. Bro, Steve Ursay. I mean, can he win? I mean, he could. Like I just haven't seen him fight someone in the top 5 yet. So really can't.
Yeah,
I can't pick him just off like how he's gonna go out there and look against a champion like Pentosa. Pentosa. What I will say about Pentosa, his striking, bro, he just walks forward like with his chin up in the middle. Doesn't really like he's got good chin on him. Like that's what's keeping him from not getting knocked out cold. Because he has a crimson chin on him at flyweight. Like he's been fighting
no,
he's fought way better competition than
he's
Steve
never
Ursus.
been knocked out.
He's only been dropped by Figgy, right? Figgy, and he had good recovery there.
Yeah,
So Figgy's over there out there dominating at 135 right now. So really no shame getting knocked down by Figgy. This is like only other loss. And the Askarov fight, bro, I actually bet on Askarov, and I think I bet on Askarov. I think I did. And that fight was like, I think that fight Pantoja could have won the fight, to be honest. Like that was like they were just going back and forth in the grappling, and Oscar had some takedowns, Pantoja had some control. It just like it was like a really close fight there. So there's only one loss in the UFC. I think like legit loss is the Figgy fight. Other than that, I mean, he's beat Brandon Moreno 3 times, beat him on the Ultimate Fighter, finished him there. He also beat Brendan Royval, finished him there by submission in the first fight. Beat Manol Cap. I mean, bro, like Steve Versey. I
Dude,
mean, Steve Versey hasn't really proven anything. Like, I mean, he has like he beat David Doric. I mean, who's not? I don't think David Doric is that good. He was ranked. I mean, flyweights not really stacked, right? It's not like bantamweight or like 145 or like 155 where they're like really stacked. So he,
no.
I mean, he looked good out there in his UFC debut against David Doric. Almost finished David Doric. He landed a nice head kick there. Then he
Yeah,
took on Alessandro Costa, and Alessandro Costa rocked him a couple of times in that fight. I had him money line play on Steve Versey.
he did.
Yeah, I had money on him. I had him in parlay. I was really exposed on Steve Versa there. So I was like, bro,
Yeah.
what's going on right now? Because that first round was like things were not looking good in
Yeah.
that first round there. But
You got a
eventually
reality
Costa got
check.
a takedown on him. Yeah, Costa was landing with way more power. Like Steve Versa wasn't really rocking him in that fight. He just outpointed him, right? That's basically what happened. Outgrappled him and outpointed
I
him
agree.
the
I
second and
agree.
third round. But like Pantoja's way better than Costa. Way better levels above. So I'm not really confident in Pantoja here. I parlayed him when he fought Roy Bull in the second fight. I got him at like minus 172 in a parlay. It was a 4 leg parlay of the week. What was it? I think it was Cody. No, it was Cody Garbrandt, Paddy Pimblett, Shavkat, and Pentosa. But here I'm just gonna stay away because we don't really know how good Steve Ursa really is. It could be really good. You could go out there and shock all of us, like me, shock me. I mean, I'm picking Pentosa though. By decision. I mean, could he get a finish? I mean, maybe submission.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick
You can get
Pentosa
it.
because we've seen more of him. We've never seen Steve Ursa in a 5 round fight before, so we really don't know.
Yeah.
We can't tell. He's never gone to deep waters before, so I mean, people seem really confident in Steve Versey. I mean, probably not a bad underdog, but I'm just gonna pass. Like, I wouldn't even call it dog or pass here because the line's not wide enough. I feel like the line should be wider for Pentosa, but there is value in Pentosa right now. Minus 185 Pentosa, who's champion right now, fought everyone in the top five. Like, there's reason they're giving him Steve Versey here. Like, there's really no one else that won. Like,
No
other
one
than
else.
Cap, I mean, Manel
So
Cap doesn't
many
really shot.
implications. There's so many reasons why he's not getting it.
There's a title shot after that win over Perez, which is like not aging bad for him because Perez been out there starts like which is crazy. Like
Yeah.
I didn't see that happening. Like, but yeah, like Perez, like that win over Perez for Mukai was not looking bad anymore because that was
Do you
looking bad
think
for him. That's the
do you
only
think
reason Perez
Makayev
didn't get a title shot. I think he would have got a title shot if he just went out there finished Perez.
do you think Makayev beats Urseg?
With the takedowns, I mean, I don't know. Steve Versus is gonna be way better. He's a way better striker than Makayev. Makayev's striking is not
Yeah.
like his striking looked better in that Perez fight. He said he has staph infection, so I don't really know. Maybe he looks better with no staph infection. But the way he was kept pulling guard, bro, not pulling guard. I mean, kept taking that knee,
Yeah.
like Ojo, bro. I hate seeing that. That's the one thing I hate the most. I hate when fighters
When
go out there
yeah.
like drop on their knees and shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you
Yeah,
fucking doing?
they're trying to use that knee to
The
the
rule,
face
yeah.
rule.
I hate
Yeah, it's
seeing that.
so
That's
annoying.
why, like, I don't like guys like that fight like that.
Yeah, that I hate that too. I just think, Makayev is a savage on the ground, and we don't know that about Steve Verseg yet. Let me get in. I'll go into my
Yeah,
prediction. You
go
picked the
ahead.
Pantoja,
I'm
right?
picking Pinto that this isn't. I'm not really confident at all though. Like I think he's
Yeah,
gonna win more times out of like more times than not because he's actually gone the distance before. He's an
yeah.
absolute junkyard dog, man.
Mm, So I agree, man. Before we get into the whole anyone who loses to Dennis Bondar shouldn't beat Pantoja discussion.
That
I
was his
think
amateur fight. I think that was his amateur. Wasn't that an
I think
amateur? I think it was amateur.
yeah, it was back in the amateurs.
But still,
But
like Vince Wander's a fraud. He's
Dennis
not in the UFC
Bondar,
anymore.
the biggest fraud, especially to
I
you.
think that I think
I
there's
thought
some there's yeah. I've been calling him a fraud for the longest times. I faded
yeah,
him in that Luis Rodriguez fight too. I was close to
yeah,
picking Luis Rodriguez as a lock, but like I think that the only reason he lost the fight was because they're fighting multiple times during the same night. I think that's what happened. I didn't watch the fight back, so I don't really
yes,
don't know what
that's
happened.
true. He did fight
I heard
multiple times
I heard
that
that
day.
they were fighting like multiple times during the same night, so that's
Yeah,
why he lost the fight.
yeah. I mean, I credit to Dennis Bondar because he did the same thing too, right? But it is what it is. I think um like you said, the boxing is going to be crisp out of Steve Erceg.
He does
That's
look
what
like
he's
Michael
shown
Scott,
us.
right? Michael Scott. Yo. Does he
Who?
not?
Oh, he looks like Michael
He-
Scott from the. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mike, prison
yeah.
Mike.
He does,
Yo.
man. He sure does, dude. He doesn't come off as a fighter, that's for sure.
He looks
He
like someone that fix your computer,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
employee at Best Buy. But dude can definitely fight. I mean, dude can definitely fight.
He could fight.
I
He could
I,
fight,
I
and
think he's got a better water on the game than Roy Wall though. Like he's got better strength than Roy Wall. Roy Wall was landing some nice knees though. Like but Pintosa has a crimson
yeah,
chin on him.
yeah. But like just like Roy Val, it's funny that you mentioned that because Steve Erceg, he's got six submission wins under his belt. So he was known for having a good ground game before coming into the UFC, and he did show that off against Alessandro Costa. He got taken down. He was able to find his way back up and avoid getting submitted. And even against David Dvorak in the third round when he was already gassed, he got a takedown on Steve Erceg as well. So that's the part that concerns me here because he's going up against a guy in Pantoja who just got Brandon Royval down for I believe
Like
15
15
minutes.
minutes, yeah, 15 minutes. And now it was
So
looking for submissions.
he had 8 takedowns in that fight, and Brandon Royval has 9 submission wins in his career. He has
The only
3
thing I
more
hate
than
about
Erceg.
Pintosa is when he's on the feet, bro, he just doesn't have any footwork. He's got no footwork. He doesn't
Yeah,
cut
no
angles at
footwork.
all.
And but that's where I don't see this fight playing out. I see Pantoja doing exactly what he's been doing. He's been shifting over to the uh Pantojanov
Yeah,
status. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
He's shifting to the Pantojanov
You think
uh
he's gonna get a finish
status,
out there?
where he's just going grapple fucking these dudes, and it's working out because Royval didn't stand a chance up until he got Pantoja fatigued a little bit, but who isn't gonna look that's another thing. When Pantoja gets tired, he
He
fights
still
through it.
fights through it,
He
yeah.
fights through
Still
it
fights through it.
just like Drickus. And you like to see that out of a champion. You need to see that out of a champion. And I think he's got a tough fight, but he's proven everything that I needed to see for me to pick him to win here. I think Erceg has a puncher's chance, but that's about it.
Yeah.
When you only have a puncher's chance against a guy who has never been knocked out before, I just can't pick you to win, man. I can't pick you to win here. I got to go Pantoja. I think he gets it done by decision or by submission. We've never seen how Erceg looks in rounds 4 and 5. So if you are looking for a finish on Steve Erceg, I would probably look to bet a finish in the later rounds. I
And
think it
people think
happens.
Steve is gonna knock him out, bro. I've heard a lot of people say that he's gonna knock him out. Like if he knocks
That's
him
the
out, I'll
only
be
way he
shocked.
wins. That's the only way he wins.
Don't
He's
need to
only
be
got
that,
a
like,
puncher's chance.
bro. Roy was landing some flying knees that knocked out Nicolau, who's like kind of chinny to be fair.
Yeah.
But those knees were brutal, man. Roy has like Pantoja has crimson chin. His chin is pretty solid. Let me fucking
Yeah.
drink some water. I'm fucking choking right now talking.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. Yeah, man. I think Pantoja gets it done. I gotta go Pantoja here. More proven fighter, obviously. I think the writing is on the wall for that. But Erceg, he's got a puncher's chance. I'm not counting him out. I think he's got a puncher's chance for sure, but
He's
I'm
skilled,
going
man. He's
Pantoja.
really skilled. He's a good striker. He's got nice setups too.
Yeah.
He'll throw
And
that right hand down the middle.
flyweight is
Like,
hilarious. Flyweight is the one weight class where the belt just never happens
yeah,
to
we don't have
stay.
dominant champions at flyweight, like other than Dimitri
Yeah.
Johnson.
So, this could easily go to Erceg, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say easy. This is gonna be this is his toughest fight.
We want to see what
by
Ursa's
far.
really made of in this fight because Pentosa's a guy that's really durable and has a good cardio too. He looks tired, but I think he's got good cardio. He just looks tired though.
Yeah.
I'm minus 185 for Pentosa. I'm good, man. I'm not gonna parlay him here. I don't have any plays on this fight either. You're also taking a pass on the main win and the co-main win.
Yep, you and me both. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't have the best read on this one. I mean, Ursa could really turn out really good, but we're gonna find out. Even if he loses, he's not really gonna lose any stock in this matchup. Depending on how you lose. If he loses by first round submission, bro, yo, He's gonna find out there's levels to this game. It wasn't he? I mean, Pentosa can do that. Pentosa can take your back and submit you in the first
That
round.
would
Like,
be
like
crazy, dude.
if he does that, bro, like no one's ever gonna say anything about Pentosa. I don't
Yeah,
think.
we can hush the talk about these guys trying to get title shots after 3 fights. Because I
That'd
mean,
be
look, they haven't been showing up. These newcomers haven't been showing up this year, at least. Look at Shamil Gaziev. Look at these
because
other
he was
guys.
a
It's
absolute
just
fraud. I'm thankful I
hasn't
stayed away
been
from
going
that one.
well.
I was thinking
It
about
hasn't
the
been
under
going well.
rounds in that Gazi fight, and I'm thankful I stayed away.
Yeah, man.
Plus
I think
215 he opened up, bro. He actually his money line's been getting steamed. I mean, people have been betting Ursay here. So people like Ursay as an underdog. Plus 185. He's plus 160 right now. So line's bouncing back the other way just a bit now. But how low was Pentosa? He was like plus 180, plus 180, plus 179. I told myself I was gonna parlay Pentosa if I got him like minus 180, minus 170. But the more I think about it, we just don't know how good Steve Versa really is. We're gonna
yeah.
find out tonight. We're gonna
As
put
much
this.
as I feel like Pantoja is gonna win, I still respect Steve Verseg and his chances at knocking out Pantoja because I do, I do gotta mention that Brandon Royval and Brandon Moreno in the title shots that
There
Pantoja
lies
has
some good
had,
strikes. Yeah.
they have been having success in the striking over him. You're right. So
Hmm.
I gotta think I think Urseg does have a good chance. That's why my money's staying away from this fight for sure.
What's the KO for Ursay? If you're betting Ursay, take the money line. There's really no need to chase props. Ursay by inside distance plus 250. I don't think it's gonna be a club and sub. It's gonna need to be a KO. There's no way he's submitting Pentosa. Pentosa has high
Yeah.
level grappling. He's got his back taken before. Like Moreno took his back, couldn't really look for a submission. Moreno has good jiu-jitsu too. He subbed
Yeah.
Figueiredo, right? Like he subbed Figueiredo, so and we know Figueiredo has good jiu-jitsu, so doing some MMA there. So Pentosa by inside decision plus 160. Pentosa by decision plus 250. I'm picking decision plus 250. It was plus 300. I was thinking about it. I'm just gonna stay away, enjoy this main win, see what happens.
Nice. Yeah,
Ursay by
you and me.
submission plus 1200. Ursay by decision. I think if he wins, I don't think he's gonna finish him. He's gonna need to. He can win 3 out of 4 rounds, 5 rounds. I mean, maybe like a split decision. Split decision for Ursay is like plus 1100. I mean, I don't think they're gonna give him like a unanimous decision if Ursay wins the fight. It's gonna be like a split. There's gonna be a one judge out there in Brazil. That's if he wins the fight. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Yeah, which parlay do you like on this card? Let's see. People always want to know some parlays on this card.
All right. My parlay, I did drop my best bets video yesterday. I think a good parlay would be Drakkar Close,
This is
um,
right into Dakar close.
Joanderson Brito, and Mauricio Rufi. Those three, there's decent odds on those three. They're all three of those odds, they're not blown up crazy. I know Rufi's line is getting wide. I agree that Rufi's line is a little
That's a good
wide for
parlay, bro.
a
That's a
guy
nice
making
three
his
leg parlay.
debut. Yeah, but I think it's good odds for those three. Drakkar Close is taking on a guy who's on the juice. It's making me a little nervous, but I think he's the better fighter everywhere. So, and then Brito is my lock of the week. And then Mauricio Rufi, 9 wins, 9 finishes, going up against a guy who just got knocked out 4 months ago. So,
It's a
I think
solid
that's a
parlay.
great parlay.
The parlay that I'm playing on this card is so I'm playing like two leg parlays. Huffy and what's the other leg? A Brito. Jonathan Brito plus one. It was plus 145 when I put that in. It's plus 127, not bad for that two leg. You can add another leg. I mean, Kaya Brahalio. You're not gonna get much juice there though. Plus 166, not bad. Let's go crazy on the parlay. I like your first close too, but I think he's
Yeah.
gonna win plus 300. We'll put Pura in there, but you're not getting much with Pura in there. I mean, I don't know about anyone else. So I like this for leg. I think this could cash though. But I'm playing like two leg parlays, like close and Pura, and I'm playing what's it called, the Brito and Ruffy. I like the Brito and Ruffy
Nice.
parlay a lot. You're still getting plus money, and there's a two leg parlay, so you're
Yeah.
not gonna have to sweat
Two legs.
a
Two
lot of
legs
fights
are
out there.
great. 2 legs are
more
a great
more
bet.
chances of hitting 2 leg parlays. And I mean, you're
Yeah.
probably not gonna make crazy money, but if you bet like 2 leg parlays, but you're still gonna double your money, right, on this 2 leg. Huffy, Randerson Brito and Huffy. Where's Huffy? Yeah, plus 127. I like that. I think that's a solid 2 leg parlay. You're gonna be done. You're gonna make your money early too. You can just enjoy the main card. Like when I'm up right now on the prelims, I'll just chill back and not like I used to do that before. Before, like when I'm up, right, like nice, I'll start betting like my money on the main card fighters for no reason, trying to make more money. But it doesn't really go well sometimes.
I feel you, bro.
But let's do a
Dude,
long shot parlay. Let's do a long shot, one more long shot. Then I'm gonna go take a break, and then I'm gonna be live for the
what's
prelims,
the
guys.
all
The
what's the
card.
all Brazilian parlay looking like right now?
Let's do the all Brazilian now. So we got like I'm picking Borjas, but we'll do all Brazilian parlay. Von Fame,
Oh yeah, I forgot you are
Rosa,
picking Bora.
but we'll make one anyway. We'll make one anyways right now. Huffy, what's the okay? Let's go. So
Petrino.
no, Joaquim Silva, you gotta put him in there too.
Oh damn.
He's Brazilian, raised from Brazil.
Shit. I
No,
mean, I
let's make
guess we
him in
gotta
there.
throw him in there.
Let's put Brenner in there. Brenner, I think Brenner's better underdog than Joaquim Silva.
Yeah.
Lucindo, Brito, Brahalio, Michelle Pereira. This is crazy, dude. Holy shit, 4,200.
Jose Aldo.
Jose Aldo and Pentosa plus 14,000. Bro, if this hits, oh my goodness, this is gonna be
Bro.
crazy. If this hits,
Is that all the Brazilians minus Joaquim Silva?
yeah, let's put Joaquim Silva in there plus 38. Like I just don't think
Oh my
Joaquim Silva's
god.
gonna win though. Plus
Yeah.
38,000. Don't put more than like $5 if you're gonna play something like this. Like, imagine it hits, bro. Then you're gonna be like, yeah, why didn't I put $100 on this? Just
Dude,
make
that would
14
I would
racks on
be
this right
pissed.
now.
Make you rich.
Of all the Brazilians, bro, like it can
Well,
happen.
not
We've seen
rich.
that happen in on cards before. I don't think it happened in Brazil before though. It happened in Canada. A couple of underdogs won on the Canadian card. So guys, keep your pro list to like 2 or 3 legs. Like I like the three legs. But yeah, someone was like, what's your biggest play on the card? Anderson Brito. I think Anderson Brito and Ruffy. I got Ruffy in a parlay. If Ruffy money in was like minus 150, minus 140, I would probably be like more heavy in Ruffy. But I like Brito. I think Brito's a really good straight up money in play and a good parlay piece too. At this line, I mean, minus 180 for Brito is just insane. I bet him earlier too. What's going on? 310 Immortal said, hey bro, how are you, bro? I'm gonna be live later, so we gotta cut the stream off now, guys. I gotta go get some food. I'm gonna get some food right now. I gotta eat some food, and I'm gonna probably like
Yo,
I
shout
got
out
like
to
25
Pick'em
minutes.
though, man. Shout
You
out to
guys, I
Pick'em
appreciate
for
you guys all
making all
hanging
this
out with me.
time.
So I'm gonna set up the stream, and you guys make sure to go drop them a sub. I'm gonna drop your channel link here. We
Yeah,
appreciate your
shout
time,
out
brother.
to I was gonna say shout out to Pick'em, man, making all this time for us. The Fight Companion up next.
Let's
Tune
go,
in
bro.
to
Let's go.
Pick'em's Fight
Come
Companion.
on, guys. If you guys all
I'll
sub to
be
the
there.
channel, you can get close to 200 right now. Like we got like 26 people here, so make sure you guys
Yo,
go
and
drop.
all the new support. Shout out, dude. I got a
Let's go.
bunch of support recently, man. My 301 picks video was my first picks
Let's go,
video
bro.
to go over 1,000 views. So, you know, a bunch of support from you new subscribers. Shout out to you guys, man. I'm glad you guys like the content, and shout out to Pick'em, man. He's been shouting me out, putting me out there. So I appreciate
Appreciate your
you,
time,
man.
brother. I'm gonna take
The
it easy
word
now.
is out
I gotta get some food. I'm starving right now, so I'm gonna
for
be
sure,
back. I'll
bro.
be back, guys. I'm gonna set up the stream, then I'll be back in the next like 20 minutes because the fights are starting in like 6 o'clock, right? So
Yeah,
10
yeah, real soon.
like so,
20
yeah.
minutes.
I appreciate you coming and hanging with us. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in
Yo,
a bit
thank you,
in
man.
25 minutes.
Peace out, gang.
Um,
Peace out.